So, last week you guys did quite a lot of things, but you guys eventually made it back to your homestead in Adventus, where you guys met who you found out to be an imposter named Phelan. After a lot of information, you found out that he was working with an individual that was setting up some sort of spying or some sort of investigation on you guys. After setting up your own ambush, you guys went and found out that this individual was a Janice Trigly, who you guys ended up fighting in a small forest region just outside of Landen. Once you guys made it there, setting up your ambush, Phelan kind of fleeing mid and after the battle, you guys barely made it out after finding that there was Janice Trigly not only there, but she was affected by some sort of gem that was around her neck, some pendant. After you guys had fought with her, that had changed her completely, and bursting from her flesh, this red dragon. You guys had barely made it and lived through this with Gildor falling, where Arlanda comes to somewhat of the rescue at the last moment, telling you that an Aldor Trixis was tailing you. You guys saw magic outbursts off in the region beyond you, miles off. She warned you that that was him, essentially tracking you, following whatever fight that was happening. The region in the area where you guys were fighting was burned. All the trees and all the snow essentially melted, and you guys fled. Arlanda teleported you all to a very dark room, to which you can believe was in Landem. You guys, that's where we're going to start with you guys now. With Gildor, you have been dropped and have been dead. And we'll say you have just enough time that if you do wish to cast Revivify or do anything,
yes,
you could do so.
Yeah, I'm going to Gildor. I'm attempt to Revivify it.
All right, so
last third level spell.
So she turns and you see Arlanda. You can see the just stress in her face, and as she does so, she looks down. You kneel down and you go to cast this. All right, so as we do this, Life, I'm gonna need you to give me that D100 roll.
80.
Okay, so that's within your 16%. Yeah, 69, and he said above. That's 69 to 85. That's an 80.
How did he say?
So yeah, actually, let's just everybody else just get out. Yeah, I'm just gonna get with him. Yeah, you guys just go talk in the other room or hang out for a second.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
I'm 16%.
Yeah, it's 16.
Yeah, what did you roll?
80.
Oh, 80 on the dot. Oh.
All right, so as you sit here and you see him kneel down, you see just darkness envelop the body. As this happens, you are the only one. You kind of peer up, and in the darkness of this room, completely enveloped, it's almost as if time for just a moment slows. You hear this dark, emanating voice. You're here once again. So, a bargain. What? Oh, this one's soul. I want it. This one's special. I'm going to keep it.
I don't. Even if he did come back, I can't help him much.
Could I exchange his soul?
If that is what you wish. Do not know him too well, friend.
You give me this. Shall claim it. Know that I will mark this as a good deed of yours. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, go tell him to come. this point, you basically just see this darkness, this kind of like shadow emanate in the back of your mind, just kind of like vanishes off. And
Before he goes, kind of like, can you just make it not obvious that something has happened? That you do not interfere.
And bring back a soul and tell it to just wander off. But if someone intervenes, it will be mindless. It will say nothing. It will do nothing.
I meant more like just when you claim the soul, don't do what you did with Aaron. That was obvious that something had happened. If that is within your power to do.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yep.
Now.
Oh no.
For a total of 4.
You just see him.
That's my nat 20 die too.
I think this time, I'm gonna keep it my way. It'll be like last time. They need to know they're dealing with something. Now I've claimed 2 of their souls. You're quite a good individual to work with. Let me tell you that. This one, I really wanted. It was very special.
Why are you bothering me now after all these years?
Because something's happening.
Should I be concerned? If it is drawing your attention?
Possibly. Let me just say that something is happening, and if what I see and could possibly foresee, you may meet some others that are like yourself. Whether or not you choose to work with me or not, it could still be beneficial, even though you don't like what I'm doing. But I still will watch. Always. Give life. I still take life. And at that,
I still will not give you my family.
there's an individual, your nephew.
I'm aware.
Need to find him. He will soon join me without your help, one way or another. You think what I'm doing, you just see this darkness now really seeping in and emanating over Gildor. If you think this is darkness, what is happening in Audrey topples what I do here. And at this point, you see the darkness start to emanate and his vision fade away. Your eyes kind of come to, and the voice you hear now fully dissipates. And now, that one, huh?
It was
Rough.
not 20 dice too.
Rough.
So well during that.
Yep.
Not bad. Yep.
Oof.
Now we got a door over.
All right.
Welcome to the team, zombies. This counts as 1, right? I just grabbed 1.
All right, come on. All right, so as you guys all are in this dark room, you go and you cast Revivify. You expend the diamond, and as you do so, it looks as if it starts to possibly work. You see the magic start to flow. As you watch Arlanda and the rest of you kind of stand around waiting, it seems as if nothing happens. You wait a few more seconds. Nothing. And then for a brief moment, both of you, fuck this in, or give me a perception check. I'll roll for Arlanda too, why not?
Not good.
You just see darkness in this room, a very heavy darkness seem to just grow even darker. You see it grow over Orm's body, and then it just kind of topples over. No, you're next to him casting Revivify, and as it kind of grows over you, you see this. It's like dark shadow. It like kind of cascades over you, and then just smothers down into Gildor. And you see almost like these dark, wrenching vines just start growing up and pulling down through the floorboards. You hear this wood like creaking. You see after a few seconds, it's just ripping in. You see Arlanda. What is happening to him? Can we stop this? You see her, she casts some sort of spell and it hits the floorboards. It does nothing to the dark magic. You see just like this dark black, almost like purple emanation of these chains ripping Gildor's body down. After a few seconds, there's like about a foot or two of this hole, and this dark soil just kind of fills in. There are no more floorboards. You watch Gildor's body just vanish. Taken. You see Arlanda. What just... We don't have time for this. We can get to this in a second. We need to compose ourselves. What are we going to do when we walk out of here? We need to have a story ready to go. You see her as she puts up her hood. You're okay. And she kind of looks at you. You'll kind of fit in. But you two.
I cast myself, make myself look like a human.
Okay. You just...
Nothing like that.
Alright, you guys wait a few moments.
Wait, they don't get my items.
I took your stuff.
Yeah.
Did they get my stuff?
We wrote everything down and I took it.
Okay, good.
They were ready.
Yeah, you die. We were like,
Now we try to revive him. That's why it took so
Here,
long.
give me a couple of those bad boys while you're slamming over there.
I mean, the best I can do is like make it so that we can't track, increase our stealthy. What's a spell slot left for Capula traits?
That'll help, but we need to at least make sure that do we have enough coin? I can pay for you all for one night, but I can't stay too long.
Coin is literally.
Orion awaits for me. I just came to help.
I suppose you can't just take us with you. Do a
I
little
need to
teleportation?
rest. For me to get here as quick as I did, I expended a lot.
So if we wait the night out in the morning, or do you need to go now?
I can possibly make it one night.
That he's awaiting you? A business?
Orion currently staking out to Media. Part of the Red Council is up to the gods. We don't know why, but after Cassandra Volts and everything that's happened, the only thing I know that their god has almost doubled the last couple of days. So we started staking it out. We found out that there's an individual there. We don't know who, but he must be super important. We saw him cloaked and drug in one night under the moonlight, barely seen. Must be whoever they're keeping.
If so, our options, what I'm hearing is try and get out of this room.
Oh, we can get out of this room. This is my hideout. But when we leave this room, I'm just going to tell you, there's going to be automatons and warforges everywhere. This place is somewhat sacred to some of them. You need to make sure that you just tread lightly. Don't speak out of turn. We're probably going to speak with Mektha. When we do, just be ready.
So there is one additional option. Aldor left us with a gift. And I will hold up his robe, and on it flash this patch, which I assume has some kind of logo representing Percy Bouvon.
Mm-hmm. You see, it's got like a small little shop with like a bearded version of him on it.
This is a one-way trip.
Do you have to be attuned to that? No. All right, cool. No, you're good. I don't think so. You're good. You're good.
Okay. That being said, I still have business in Landen, but theoretically, I could come back after some that I did.
Or just maybe make it quick. Do we even need to stay maybe the entire night?
I would. We do anything. Taking a night. Cover.
Well, then, if we are to, you say, maybe stay. You need to rest. I need to rest. I understand. But what if Aldor doesn't come today or tonight? Is that my phone? Oh, God. What if he chose tomorrow? We can make it through the night and rest. Maybe just escape early in the morning. You have business here, you say? Maybe.
I have an object. I have ways to theoretically down.
How do we track it down?
In the morning I would have a spell that would literally help me locate specific objects. It's a 1,000-foot radius. As long as it's within 1,000 feet, it would at least help me point me in the direction. That said, Trixis is after this exact same.
But does he know where it's at?
He does not. I don't know where it's at specifically. I just know it's in. I believe he knows it's in town as well. We'd both be looking up.
Is it important?
Me. Very.
Can we look for it just maybe quickly before we look for an inn?
Right? Unfortunately, I do not have that ability.
Okay. How about this? Let's make it out of the hideout. Now, as you guys can barely see it, there's like a very small cot and a couple of books, and this room is like maybe 7 feet by 7 feet. Very small. You guys are cramped in here. When we go out, they're going to wonder who some of you are once they see you. They'll just want to make sure that you checked in with Mekthar. Kind of like the unofficial ruler here, but he's nice.
Is that we are on our way to see him an acceptable answer?
Yeah, that's fine.
And so we
don't have to lie.
said that we are on our way to see him.
We can be, yeah, if you want to, or we can go elsewhere. I'm just saying that they're going to want to make sure we have seen him.
We can do that. Can we do that tonight?
I mean, he runs the inn.
We should. All right. Sounds like a decision is made.
Yeah, he kind of runs the inn and the scrapyard here. All right, so as you guys kind of hang for just a second, you give me a perception check. Or wait, what were your perception checks last time? Bad.
11.
All right, 10. We'll just say altogether, you hear that there's about 2 individuals walking by, and then have kind of stopped near whatever building this is. You're not quite sure. And you kind of hear them talking. They're not being too quiet. They're definitely what sound like, from just a few like solid like listens, now that you're about to most likely leave, it sounds as if 2 of them are human. As they wait for a moment, you hear them talking about something that they maybe found. You're not quite sure. And it seems as if it was very short off. You hear them talking about some sort of field. And then after a moment, you hear one of them, yeah, it's fucking goblins though. They started making their way About half a mile over. Saw 'em marching, some of them painted ones. Weren't quite sure what they were doing, so we figured we should run. Well, yeah, you guys ran, huh? Fucking pussies. Did you find anything good, though, in the fields? There was some scraps of some warforged, tons of armor, some sort of basin there, but then you hear one of them. That field, ceremonial. Not supposed to have gone there. Well, there was something glowing in there, and it kind of drew my attention, but then I saw one of them goblins. I decided that I better not stay too long, so me and Zach, we ran. Made it here. We found this. And then you hear a voice. Ooh, that's a pretty good haul. This is all going on about maybe 10 feet outside of the doorway as you guys are sitting here. You hear Arlanda. All right, well, whatever they're doing, we're gonna go out. We're just gonna act casual. We're gonna try and make it to the end. Talk to Macthaw. Talked to him once. I got his approval. Let's just hope he's in a good mood. Now, you guys make any preparations, and as you do so, he slowly opens the door.
Would us saying that you brought us here?
I mean, maybe. Sure, we can go with that. That's technically what's happening, but I don't know. I've only met him once.
Other than that, how else would...
He's a pretty cool guy, but just, I don't know. He's old. Really old. He tells all kinds of stories all day. So, yeah. That's what you got to work with. You ready now? As she's got her hand kind of just hanging onto the handle. Oh, are you ready? Okay. She opens it.
Can I go?
And as you guys open it, it's completely pitch dark. You see a couple lanterns illuminating a small stretch of pathway that leads into this very kind of small town. You see it's got many hovels built out. And as you walk out, you see the two individuals that you heard talking. They were definitely not what you can look like. At first, they're not humans. As you look, they seem to be halflings. And then you take another glance and you see what they're holding. It looks as if they're carrying like warforged armor. And Orem, you immediately notice this. And they kind of see you all walk out and they kind of just glance and they stop talking immediately. Then one of them, hey! He looks right at you. Never seen you around here. Yeah, what's your name? You working here? Are you part of Macthaw's group?
Yeah.
Oh, what about these two though? As now you see they're kind of looking at you. We don't get much of your kind around here at all.
Travelers.
Human? I don't think a human right now.
Yeah. Both of you.
I think we're pretty common.
No. Pretty much only automatons, warforges. Pretty much it.
Couple halflings.
Well, yeah, but we're just passing through. And he kind of looks around the street. You know, we're not really from here, though. We just come here. One of the yards. I mean, look, there's loot everywhere.
Why are you so vested?
I mean,
Strangers.
because if you, yeah, but what are you doing here? Is there something good here? What's going on? Is there something happening? Well, I'm interested.
No, I'm asking, what are you doing here?
Well, I ran from some goblins. I saw something glowing in one of the fields over there. This guy's telling me it's some ceremonial field. I've never heard of it, but I stole a bunch of stuff. It's going to catch me quite a penny.
What direction is that field?
Oh, about 2,000, maybe 3,000 feet that way, and he kind of points off northeast.
You're letting us in.
What's this
I
field?
don't know where to look tomorrow.
Don't know. Tons of warforged bodies, though. Mounds of kind of stacked everywhere. Got a good digging through most of them, but then after a while, heard something clanking off in the distance. Looked up, saw a bunch of small shadowy figures moving. I could see him from a distance, heard their little shouts and shanties, and figured better be running.
All right.
Ski goblin.
See anyone's throwing fireballs or nothing?
They were throwing some around. I don't know what it was, but they were heading this way. I ran back. That's what brought me this way. I wouldn't have came this way, but can't sell these parts here. They don't want them. Mektar, he'll throw me out. Yeah, Mektar, he kind of points off the other way. He's south. Runs the inn, tavern, salvage, most of the shit here. But, like you.
That's where we're headed.
Well, and then he kind of just turns around and he just walks off. Doesn't say anything. That was the end.
Hi.
You guys look around. Arlanda just kind of sits there. Thought we were going to try and just keep a low profile, but I guess not.
Dude started talking to us.
I know. You need to get in the back.
The only if he had asked us why we were in that room, I was gonna. It was
Listen,
fucking
humans aren't normal here. They gave me a whole rundown about it when I got here. So, anyway.
I can fend for.
Okay, so as you guys start walking, you guys make it, and as you guys do so, you guys are heading towards Mektar's or towards the field, or what are you guys looking for? What are you guys doing? Mektar's?
We are currently fucked up.
Alright, so you guys start making your way after a few moments towards Mektar's. As you guys do, you guys see that these two individuals, they're just kind of going through. As you do so, you notice that you make it to what looks like a gigantic building, kind of split right down. Half of it looks like it's made of like ornate metal, steel, and all kinds of different, I'd say, different types of mishmash, old Warforged armor that have been kind of hung on the outside for ornament. And then the other half is made of like a fine wood and looks to be some sort of inn and like brewery. As you kind of look, you notice that it's a Tinial called on the outside. As it looks, it's some sort of hanging sign. And as you look, you notice that it is Mektar's salvage and stay. As you look inside, which side do you want to enter? There looks to be like a salvage yard on the left side and like an inn, like lodging type restaurant side on the other.
The inn.
You make your way in. Bustling. There's a lot of Warforges. You guys walk in, everybody looks exactly at you two. Rolanda kind of takes a step to the side. It gets immediately quiet. You kind of just walk in, not noticing that they're looking all past you, right at these two. After a few moments, you hear one, well, let's not be too, nice, boys. Let's greet them. As you see this really old, rusted, what looks to be like almost 7 foot tall, thick Warforged. He looks as if he's got almost like this rusted on beard, like a 5 o'clock shadow that's kind of like hanging around, but it's not real facial hair. Everybody's kind of in a great mood, and he kind of jovials up the place again. Now, you and you, come over here. You can join them, but you don't have to. But we can talk here in a second. But you two, I need to talk to you out back.
All right.
Now, as you guys kind of,
Not a crowd.
do you just walk through normally? Yeah. All right, so
I'll follow up the rear, and I'll be clocking people.
okay.
All right, is anyone paying a little too much attention?
No, everybody. People are paying attention, but
Yeah.
they're interested. They don't seem to have like any kind of malicious intent or anything towards you, from what you can tell. But yeah, you guys kind of wade through the crowd. Everybody kind of picks back up. You can just see literally tons of Warforges, automatons. Everybody seems to be some sort of drinking or gambling or something going on. There's games being played. You guys make it through the backside and out.
Say, while we're walking through, my character's just gonna big old smile on his face, looking around.
Yeah,
He's gonna turn around and be like, "I got it's like you."
Yeah, exactly. And
Hey, that's kind of
Wait.
And I mean, there's like outdated versions. You can see some of these are like extremely old. Like Orem looks pretty new in comparison to many of these. Like some of these look to be old. Like I mean,
they're not
old.
oiling up their joints. If you don't oil up the joints, it's all in this. It's all in the care.
Yeah.
Is that why you're so loud?
No, I'm not that. It must be, compared to like clank. You two guys clank way more than I do. My God, learn how to fucking walk.
So after a moment, you guys make it through and out to the back. The door kind of opens up, and now you have walked into like the entry point to the salvage yard where you are in already after exiting the halfway point of the inn establishment. You're kind of sitting in this open lot. You see this fenced-in area. You see a light kind of shoot on in the middle of the night. He kind of looks at it, and thanks there, and you see some sort of like automaton shooting some sort of like flare magic or something, shooting some big fluorescent type light that's shooting on to all of you. It kind of blinds you for a moment. He looks at you. All right, so what brings you here?
Is there a place to sit down?
No,
No.
can't sit here.
Is there ground?
Oh, there's ground, yeah.
I'm a
Take a seat. Now, name's Mecthartinial. I run here in Landen. Now, I don't really run it. It's unofficial. I'm a nice guy, and I like to just make sure that everybody that passes through here understands that this is a historical site. Understood?
Yes.
The fields are to not be disturbed. You understand? That's rule number 1.
Some other people might not.
Oh, I understand that. And they get handled. Rule number 2. I run this place, not the council. Rule number 3. You don't fight in my town. If you're caught fighting, we'll all deal with you. All those 3 rules will be good. Now, you all seem to be kind of... Why? How did you get in here without anybody knowing in the first place? Nobody's been talking about you. Arlanda's just sitting in the back like...
We were pretty quick about it. In somewhere today.
So, why are you here?
We were with Orlando.
Yeah, but I didn't ask her. Why are you with her?
We are actually looking for.
What are you looking for?
Got this.
What's the business? I need to know. Cards out on the table here, folks.
You know of Cassandra Bolt?
I don't.
She was a professor with the school, Endell specifically.
I've heard of the school.
One of her students recently passed away. I was told that
Sorry to hear.
we were close.
You see, he just takes a drink. Is this going to be important here?
He left me something. I was actually kind of pulled out of one of these scrap yards or scrap heaps, laboratory,
From here.
kind of ruin nearby.
You.
My understanding.
You.
What I've been told,
About when?
20 years, something along that line.
This here town's always popped up in the last like 3 or 4. I renovated it, brought it together. Bunch of retired guild masters sitting around doing nothing. Brought them together, brought them to do something good.
Impressive.
Now we got all these warforged here, automatons. Someplace to go.
That was not an option. He took me to the school.
Thought you were found here.
Here.
Do you know?
Laboratory, abandoned. I've always been told.
Huh.
Workshop.
Interesting. You,
That ring any bells to you?
I mean, I don't know about all that, but you ever been to the field?
Not yet. Like to, by permission.
I mean, you can go.
Associates.
I don't know about him, though. You from Dragonscale Keep? It's a place.
Nope.
Jack's looking like
You look like you don't know where that is. It's north of here. It's in Yorwood. It's where your kind heavily congregate. Heavily.
good to know.
No, I'm from not from the continent.
Huh. Yeah, I can tell. But so you come here looking for something.
Yes.
You come with your group. You don't bring trouble, right?
We have absolutely no intention of causing you or your team trouble.
But that sounds like there is trouble. So let's just, what's your name here, sir?
I'm Aura.
Well, sorry, didn't mean to put a sir or ma'am in front of that, but I'm just going to be honest. You help me, I can help you. We're one of the same kind, which means I just owe you a duty. So if you want me to trust you, I'll give you one free pass here. But break my trust, it's forever gone, Orm. So, cards on the table. I can tell you all kinds of things that might interest you, but you need to be telling me things. I can help you. You got people following you? We can lie. We can maybe even hide you.
Run this town, not the council.
Exactly. So, like I said, you work with me, work with you. Now, I got, just so happens, a little bit of an infestation problem that I've been told of that is happening here possibly in the next couple of, I don't know, maybe days or so.
Painted one?
Yeah. Been staking out the areas. And I heard there's been a couple fleshy abominations been spooking out some of them. That's why they're on the move. So, check out what's going on with that. Bring me back a couple of them goblin ears.
Heard these goblins were in the field, though.
That's why I need them dealt with. They get near those fields, they start tearing up what I consider a sanctuary of a place. I will not be happy. So,
Why is this field ceremony?
well, it's we call it the Basin of Awakening. Used to be filled with all this, I don't know, we believed it to be some holy water. And there's primordial writing there that no one can understand.
Is it
Primordial. The language.
Yeah, it's an actual language.
Yeah.
That's some.
There's
You've 8 intelligence.
There's a mixture of others, and there's all kinds of things, but to be honest, the place, it just kind of spooks me out. But I've gone there a couple times. But like I said, we've only found the town a couple of years. When I found the ceremony site, thought what better place to just leave undisturbed.
This water.
Yeah, it's not much filled with water. It's broken now. Looked like a long time ago it was filled maybe with water. Yeah.
Called a basin of awakening.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
What does it awaken?
I don't know if it awakens anything anymore, but I think it's myth. We talk about it here around town. It's, I think it's where back a bunch of warforges were awakened. I don't know really what, but like I said, not too many smart ones around here. At least any learned ones. We just kind of take in any ones that have been taken out, if you know what I'm saying. So I guess what I'm saying is, you help me, I can help you. I'll let you in those fields. Do whatever you please, just don't rip up the place. But after doing so, if you wouldn't kindly go check out and see what's going on with them goblin folk. At least fend them off, push them in a different direction. If we can handle that, I think we can come to common terms. If anybody comes looking for you, I can just say you're not here. Somebody wants to come and, take your gear or something, I'll just tell them that, you don't have any. Bar tab? Yeah, that doesn't need cleared in that town, if you know what I'm saying.
This all sounds agreeable. I have one additional amendment to our little deal here.
Yeah, what is that?
Say I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I have a piece of information that I'd love to share with you. A condition. They're very possible that within the next couple days, there's going to be an individual named Trixis. Aldor Trixis. Again, another professor from Endels.
You see, he just kind of sits back. He rubs his fake beard like it looks like he's done, and that looks like is just worn on his face. All right, what about it?
He is not a man. He works for them. He is not willing. Any attempt to do so would be.
You've heard of the Red Council?
I mean, when you get out here, don't seem to really worry about us, but I've heard of them. Election season's up, so they always try and come out and get the vote, if you know what I mean.
Do not trust him. If possible, don't let him in town. You welcome us. Do not welcome him. Anything you can do to aid in that venture. And I will tell you that in town there is currently 2 halflings. And they were carrying Warforged. Talking about their trip to the field. Got spooked off by some goblins. One of them's name is Zach. Didn't catch the other one. Probably haven't left town yet.
Probably gonna have to find them. Hear him. Willie! Yeah. Got some more. Go find 'em. Yeah. Who you said?
2 halflings.
Yeah, two, yeah. Probably getting out of town about now. Mm-hmm. You hear another man, you just kind of whoosh, and you just see this guy with no legs. What looks like some sort of wheel just attached to him, and you see him in the background just attaching. He looks as if he has like multiple stands that he just attaches to. Some have like plows in front to clear like snow. You see one that's got like what looks like a very hefty tire almost get up, and that is what he's like dropping his body into. And you just see him like, and you just see him kind of just tail off and just take off. And you see him just powering it with some sort of like mech and gear on the front. As it takes off, he's like, yeah. Willie's gonna find him.
Wait, you?
Willie.
You said.
Oh, he can do wheelies, but that's how he lost his legs.
No character there.
Oh,
I was asking you, Connor. What you say.
sorry. Sometimes a character just gets into you.
Looking at this guy like, who are you talking
There's just a ghost of skeleton just like.
As you guys just look, there's just a young warforged just sitting there like the whole time, like just listening to the conversation. So
wait, you said you've got some line that people have been,
I think he's talking.
rummaging through your fields, or are you referring to outside?
doing what?
You said that there's more halflings. You told Willie we've got some more.
Oh, yeah, people come to the fields all the time. Listen, there's something in the field that at night, sometimes when the moon and things hit it right, just glows. I've seen it a couple times. I don't bother it, but it attracts people. They don't make it far enough though. They get spooked. Find something in there, just ain't right. They make it about halfway. It's a big field, but once you start making it, that weird writing, some of them pillars, this big old slab, it's got all kinds of, words, gems, pockets. empty, something. We don't know what it means. Like I said, though, go check it out. But be safe. Now, I'll let you stay here. But we need to go walking tonight.
Fields?
Oh yeah, you said that there was some out there. Willie's gonna go deal with them, but I didn't make sure that nothing else happened. And we all know those goblins out there. Y'all look like you've handled yourselves.
We've been handled quite thoroughly.
Just a quick look. We don't gotta do nothing. Make sure they didn't do too much. And he just points off. You guys are outside, and it's dark and it's snowing like it always is. It's about 10-minute jaunt over. Give a quick glance. We don't gotta go too far. Then we'll come back.
My back?
Right? We're not gonna do anything crazy.
We as in you're coming.
Yeah. So you go over and he pulls open this gate, and you guys just kind of start walking over. As he does so, he pulls out and starts smoking on some sort of pipe. Now, as we do so, I want to make sure you understand that this is a ceremony grounds. Okay? Try not to touch things unless you need to. If you break something, fix it. Immediately without me fucking knowing. Comprehend what I'm saying. We got an issue, then we'll have an issue. No one's listen, I don't let people walk this, okay? Especially dragon folk. Last set, your kind that walked through here, almost, I could have sworn killed everybody.
Very possible.
There's some general, I don't know if you know him, he's got a band of you all wild recently. Banding together, doing all kinds of stuff. Crazy.
How recently was this?
Maybe 3 weeks ago? Yeah, bunch of them riding south, talking about somehow getting to Geo. Something red in the sky. Who knows? Some sort of calling. They told us that we were some sort of... Anyway. Words are words. Doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, and about this time you guys are there. So, as you guys are looking, give me perception checks.
Another 10.
I'm 12 this time, I think. 13. That's
17.
17.
Get the tweaks out of your dice there, but
Yeah, get them all out. Yeah, get them
I
out.
rolled above 10 one time.
What'd you roll?
17.
17, 10, Orem.
Fucking 13. Let's switch D20s.
All right,
tonight.
13. So as you guys just walk by, you guys don't even enter. You guys are just kind of standing on the outskirts. You see Mekthar Tiniel. He kind of puts out his arm. Nah, I think it's all right. I still see the big old slab. And he kind of points off. And in the darkness, you see maybe 200, 300 feet off, just kind of illuminated on the horizon, this big slab. But about, I'd say behind it, you see some sort of like, who rolled a 17? You did? You see this? Almost like this greenish white light kind of barely every once in a while flicker. And then dwindle. Then flicker. And then dwindle. And it almost is like, I don't want to say pulsing, but it almost as if like, when you're sitting there, it's like glinting maybe off of the moonlight or something, and you catch it every once in a while on your eyes. And you notice that it kind of like gives off something behind this large slab. Very faintly, but you notice it.
Is that the glowing you were talking about?
Yeah. Every once in a while. Nothing ever happens though. But I like to believe that Field's still alive. Like someday they really will all awaken. That my brothers will not just be sitting there. Yeah. And he kind of looks around. This place we used to call, and I guess I still do, place where we called Battle of the Forges. See, all these forges, they died here. We think. how else would all these bodies have just piled up? And as you guys look, you guys see, honestly, I'd say probably close to 800 to 900 bodies of just warforges in distraught forms. Some just heads, some just torsos, arms, legs. You see them just in piles. See, the old story of some place and some family crafted them. What we were all told. But this place just makes me think that that ain't right. Something's different. Why would so many, such a few race, be here? Just seems odd. And you said you were maybe from here, or at least maybe awakened. You want to know where I was awakened? And he kind of turns around, and now for the first time you see just this huge, large, like almost gash that kind of is like covered up with part of this metal armor that he has, and he kind of pulls it to the side. I was awoken right before some huge battle. A long time ago. Don't quite remember it all, though. My voice didn't used to be like this. What I gathered just traveling, speaking with so many folk that were around my area. I was a warrior back in the day. Something changed all that, and I don't remember. They call me the Old One, but I can't even tell you how old I am. So, that's why I'm the leader around here. So, seems as if it's good. I'm not gonna bother you the rest of the night. We got some new arrivals in town, so don't feel like you're the only new people here. There's other humans. Don't worry. We even got a couple dwarves. Not only those goblins, but even a couple elves as well. But you are the only dragonborn. So, go and you check your rooms. Just know that you might meet this dwarf. Kind of annoying, but he's looking for a group. He's been trying to get out of town for quite some time. Been stuck here for about 2 weeks, and doesn't really have any coin. There's been caravans that have come and gone, and he's unable to pay for his trip out of here. You guys can take him off my hands and take him back. I'll give you maybe 100 gold. He's actually hurting business a little bit. People are wondering why he's staying. But if you take him, I need you to tell everybody that, you know, I handled him. He was putting up a fight if anybody asks. I kicked him out. You know, I gotta keep up appearances. People need to think I'm hard around here, but I'm really not. Just be honest. So, we got a deal? You gonna deal with these goblins, or not?
Perfectly fine.
Well, what about you? What are you doing? You gonna help?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
What about you?
I have no reason not to.
Are you lying? About anything? I gotta worry about anything?
You? No. I don't think
Give me a
so.
deception check.
I was gonna say, all right,
Him?
all cards on the table.
Well, you're a human disguised
Yes,
right now.
That's what he's getting at.
Oh.
He
No,
said
no,
didn't even
it's,
realize.
you roll a check against his spell save
Huh?
for
Oh.
disguise self.
I thought
He could look
I thought
past
you were asking if I was.
Yeah, but I just
bringing
asked
trouble
him.
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking if I was bringing trouble, like.
I'll roll. I mean, roll a 9 plus like, I'm not gonna tell.
14 for deception.
All right, just keep it down. I don't need any trouble from your group. You guys start turning and making your way back. All right. Just tell Ronnie. You guys can have a room on me. Now, he's gonna still charge you, but the room's on me. Got me? Especially you. He's gonna charge you a lot. He's even probably gonna try and stop you from getting in. So just ignore him and walk on by. Even if he pulls a sword, just walk on by him. We good?
It's not gonna hurt me.
He's old. He doesn't know what he's doing. He still thinks he's in some battle. A lot of us do. Listen, a lot of us from here, we don't know what our purpose was. Many of us fought. Now we're just here. We don't have a reason to be in the capital, so they kicked us out. Many of the towns think we're just taking up space. We don't really have a purpose. So we're trying to find it. So, just keep it down. Kind of leads you in, you guys walk in, and now at this point, you guys have been out for about an hour.
Before we go to the fields, I'd like to look out kind of over all of them.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. That will. Oh, why am I rolling? There we go. It was that fucking leather thing. It was not helping.
Not rolling?
It's not doing good. All right, 16 plus 8.
Oh, yeah.
24.
So, as you look at it, you kind of take, do you enter it all?
But it would have been before we walked off.
Right. As you guys are just kind of standing there meandering, you just kind of pitter-patter through. How far do you want to go in? The whole field is maybe 500 feet. You can't see it kind of crest up, but you can see this large slab kind of cresting over the horizon. And it's dark, but you can still see it.
No more than 10 feet. I wasn't planning on walking.
Yeah, so you see you walk in, and you immediately can just see mounds of warforges. I mean, it looks as if almost just like pathways, that have been, in some way, they've mounded up to get through the rubble. There's some black stone as you walk. The snow beneath isn't 3 feet deep. It's like maybe a couple inches. And as you do so, it kind of kicks, and you see that the ground is completely different here. It's this very, very dark black stone. Very much to what Gerald Strom was talking about, as well as Denistine, about with the complex, and kind of where that was found, like in the Black Mountains. So this is not as high up. Normally, they're very high up is what he said, but this Landen's not very high up. And you can just see this huge, almost slabbed area. It's kind of flattened out that you can see, but it still kind of crests up. And as you see it, you see what looks like some very small rimmed, almost grayish, dark, maybe blackish, hard to tell, dark, probably not much coloration, that is kind of built up in a very small, almost domed, that kind of dips down in. You can see it's cracked in some places, and then on the back end is where the slab is. And you can very faintly see on the other end this small greenish white, very faint trickle of light kind of hums off the back side of it. Something illuminated on the opposite.
You said one day you hope that your brothers here pick up?
Something like that.
And all these bodies, how many you think would even be good enough to put together? They could wake up. How many do you think would? They all scraps?
Maybe a 50, 100. It's hard to tell. All right, you guys make your way back. Anybody else do anything before re-entering? You guys make your way back towards the Tinial Inn. As you guys do so, you guys immediately see the place is starting to die down. It's very late. It's about 2, 3 a.m. You see Arlanda. She just, okay, please, let's just rest. I'm exhausted, and we need to find our way. As you guys do so, you see what looks like this very small, rusty warforge. He looks to be manning as soon as you walk in the doorway, and he has a sword immediately as you walk out. All right. So, this one won't leave. And as you turn over, you see this very darkened elf. He's kind of almost kind of in the shadows. From what you can tell, the lights are dimmed almost out from the place is pretty much closed. He's not going anywhere either. Now, if you guys are all gonna stay, you're all staying in 2 rooms. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
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 2 for you, and someone's staying with. And now you can introduce your character.
Say an elf.
No.
He did.
Connor said elf.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant- I meant-
dark-skinned elf.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I
That's
meant
why
a
was like, there's an
dwarf.
elf,
My bad.
there's an
Sorry,
elf,
I meant a
said
dwarf.
elf. No, okay.
It's just like hairy, like a dwarf. I'm just a dwarf wearing leather armor. You see a long bow, short sword,
Skin?
gray, red eyes, black hair. Did I say hair color?
I don't know. So that's what you see off in the corner. You see him. All right, so
And I'm smashed.
30 gold a room, 1 night.
30 gold.
You can stay, but you 60 gold. You 40 gold. You have a tab.
I'm passed out.
As you're over there, you just see him kind of leaned over in the corner.
I just fall off my chair.
Who's paying? You just hear his like rusty fingers. Who's paying?
Sounds like Maestro's paying.
Mechanicus? Nope, that's not.
Mecca.
Mekthar Tiniol.
Mekthar.
I was like, that's hammer. That's not right.
Thar.
Mechanicus is not right.
Nope, Mekthar
I'm new in
Tiniol.
town, and I've been talking with Mekthar. We're gonna help him out a little bit. So
I'm doing
Give me a
Is it
persuasion
Mekthar
or
the
intimidation.
Centennial?
Mekthar, like Mek apostrophe Thar
the third aid.
Tiniol. Tin eel.
Something artistic.
What is this? Persuasion or
Yeah, persuasion 15.
What's
persuasion?
the last one again?
Tinial, Tinial. He looks at you.
Maybe 10 gold.
Alright.
All right.
You see his demeanor immediately changes. He puts down his sword. What about you, though? You two are good. You're in your room. You're staying with this guy, though.
Okay.
Got any quarrels with that? Too bad. How much
really.
gold? 20 gold.
Okay.
30 gold.
20. That was the first number you threw out.
25.
20.
He
Yeah.
pulls back out a sword.
Yeah, I'll deal with that rust for you.
22.
Deal.
Deal.
And I cast Mending and get rid of the...
And you
Good
see in a
roll.
moment, thick layers just fall to the floor, and he's just like, oh. And you see his fingers that he was once making a cruddy noise. He's just like, huh. What? And he looks at his cruddy ass sword now, and he's like, can you do it to this?
I do it to the sword as well.
What's that? What is your name?
Life Actos.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't be loud. Pay your tabs.
Well,
He owes 120 gold. Yeah.
nice.
I'm unconscious.
So,
Can't pay.
As you do that, you see Ronnie grabs your body because life refuses to after about a minute, and you all start walking up, and Ronnie just stares at this body in the corner, not moving. So he slumps you over and then carries you up the stairway.
It's 120 gold.
Yeah.
Every day.
As you do so, you make
that's
your
why
My
way.
alcohol is blown.
Arlanda,
That's why you have an unlimited flask.
Arlanda walks her way to each one of your rooms where she sits at the end of the hallway and she says, I'm going to go back to my location. I'm going to be there for about 9 hours. Give you long enough to rest. And then I'm going back with Orion. If anything happens, try not to meet Aldor head on. Run if you have to. You need to make your way at least back to your homestead, regroup, and we need to make sure that the council is not one step ahead of us from now on. They are going to wonder what Janice is doing when she does not report back. When she does not report back, we are going to start investigating very heavily on what happened. Aldor is working with them. He has not already told them anything that he has found. He will soon. Have a good night. She turns, throws up her hood once more, and you see her dark green and like teal cloak as she walks out. You guys now are to do so and rest. Is there anything you wish to do as you guys take your long rest? You're fucked as, oh god, I've been waiting.
God, about halfway through that dragon fight. Oh. It took everything in me not to dismiss myself.
So at this point, I guess, is there anything, what is your character's name?
Magnus Steelhammer.
Magnus Steelhammer, okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay,
I
so
love diamonds.
How drunk does he look?
how drunk do you look?
120 gold worth of alcohol.
But
So
it doesn't
I'd
actually
say-
mean much because you are
Listen,
not a warforged. So
yes,
you
I
might
was,
be, you might be
I was
overcharging.
just getting ready to say.
Yeah.
So he's been probably drinking for about the last day heavily because he's been turned down perpetually by almost any group that he's offered himself to.
Nice.
And he just keeps getting even more drunk. And
You
now
alcoholics.
you seem to have gathered yourself with him. And you're not quite sure, but a decent amount. At least enough to get a dwarf drunk. To the point where he's passing out.
I didn't get the expensive stuff. I got like the rubbing alcohol.
Right. And he
That
snores.
that they charged 5 gold, I mean, like 20 gold for.
And he's snoring really loud.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but he immediately is like passed out as he's dropped in your room. Doesn't even go to a bed, anything, just
Just a heap
Ronnie,
on the floor.
Ronnie just drops him, and that's it. So,
Okay,
What the fuck, dude?
so the field, was it like right outside?
I'd say from where you guys are
Was it like
staying,
outside
it's a
the
10
city limits?
yes, it's just outside Landen limits. It's like
Okay, cool.
on the outside cusp. So technically it's like not in town, but it's on the like outskirts.
So before I rest, I'm gonna update.
Got you. All right, so is there anything else you guys are doing?
You don't have a diamond, do you? 300 gold piece diamond?
No,
That's what I assume. Probably buy one.
I got 78 gold. Even then, I only had 100.
I gotta prepare a fucking spell list. Number of specific spells.
All right, anything
And
else?
it was to the east, toward the edge.
Well, I don't need to prepare Wither and
Yeah.
Bloom anymore.
Yeah.
I can heal a dwarf with something other than healing Wither and Bloom.
All right, so you guys
Oh,
resting?
that's
Nothing
really-
else? So fuck this works on his map, updating it. Wife doing anything?
Praying, drinking, sleeping.
I'll say as you are praying, you kind of have an uneasy night. How do you think life would feel after what events transpired?
Anxious because he had thought that he had freed himself from that burden. But apparently he
Oh.
had not.
Got you. Wait, under there. There's a pen. There's a tray of pens and stuff, right? All right. So as you kind of contemplate that,
I need the pen.
as you kind of think about it and are wondering what's happening, you are staying up a little bit longer than everyone else. And while Magnus is sleeping, you kind of look outside the window, and while everything's completely dark and things are, for the most part, stopped, give me a perception check right before you go to bed. Dope.
Nice.
15.
15. Right before bed, you go to lay down. You think you hear something. You look over. Magnus, still asleep. You listen to the wall for him, and fuck this, they're asleep. It's not their room. You listen to the other adjacent wall, nothing. You get up and you look outside. You see a small figure. It's off in the distance. You think for a moment, maybe it's Orlando, but then you notice it's not. Then you just stare for a moment. You notice it's just staring right back. Almost like it can see you, even though your room is completely darkened out. You wait a few moments and you kind of peer back and fall into the darkness. Wait, and you see this dark figure just waiting. And after a few moments, you see it just kind of dissipate. It doesn't fall behind the building, it just kind of dissipates away. You wait a few more moments.
Did it seem beckoning, or was it just still?
I'd say still, almost just watching. Then you fall back asleep. As you do so, you guys get your full rest. You guys wake up. Magnus, quite heavily hungover, but ready to go. It's about 9 a.m. and the sun is well up. It has stopped snowing for the moment. At this point, you guys start hearing some bustling, but it's quite a small town. There's not too much going on here. You notice that the inn starts kind of kicking up, but you hear what sounds like loud hammering and what sounds like metalworking being done in the salvage yard, and that's what really wakes everybody up. It's quite warm on the inside, but not as warm as most of the inns, as this is mostly for warforges. But yeah, you guys wake up, you guys make your way down, you gather some food. You guys are all charged about a silver or two, as they've kind of grown nice to everybody being here, as you guys have stayed at least one night now. You guys walk outside, you see Mekthar. He's awaiting you. Is there anything you guys wish to do before going out and starting your day, essentially?
Okay, so who the fuck are you guys?
Ronnie's like, well, we're getting you out of town
Yeah.
because you've been here all week. So you're going to at least go with them until you're out of town. And then I don't care. And you see Mekthar. Well, Ronnie, don't be so mean now. But yeah, that's about the gist of it. Magnus, you're not paying half your tab. You've been here, and I don't know if the last party dropped you off or if you're just not wanted by any of these other warforges, but these guys seem to be traveling, and they're maybe not going to be here too long. You can ride with them, get out of town, and maybe find that party you've been looking for. Now, if they're not the party, at least head to Alberzine. Go somewhere else. Somewhere populated with anybody but worn out warforges.
It could be a good idea.
That would be a good place to get started, especially since you have no money.
True.
Getting started might be a better beneficiary place if you're not on the outskirts of where, most of the population lies. I'm not saying you got to go back to where you came from, because I know you're looking for a new start, but I'm tired of listening to your drunk stories. I don't want to hear any more about whatever guard bullshit you did. I don't want to hear any more about your woes. I want to just hear you getting out of my town soon and racking up a tab in somebody else's town. Okay?
Okay.
All right, now.
Get roasted in the middle of the street. It's cool.
On the rest of you, looks like you all rested well, but seems as if we had some news. Found out that there was some dragon that was found about a mile from here. Not even. I went and looked this morning. There's all kinds of footsteps heading this way. Now, you guys wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Footsteps heading this way?
Yeah, there looked to be a couple, and then I really looked. There looked to be one that headed directly this way.
One set of footsteps.
Yeah, one set.
This town works for you, not the Red Council?
Yeah, from what I know.
What?
Insight.
All right.
not proficient. Okay, 16.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I was about to trust this guy.
He just kind of looks at you. No?
Okay. Okay. I can completely and honestly tell you that we have no idea about a set of footprints heading this way.
You don't know anything, do you, Magnus? You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
I've been drunk here
That's perfect cover for
this
someone
whole time.
trying to spy.
I've been incoherent.
Or have you?
I don't know. The guy looked
I don't think
pretty
I could,
wasted
I don't
last
think I
night.
could fake being that wasted.
Give me a persuasion check.
Is it? I'm not even trying to persuade him. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, he's not convinced.
Because I did say he looked pretty fucking wasted last night. I
You
even
can do it
checked.
at advantage. He's aiding you.
Well, it's 18.
Oh well.
There's the
So-
advantage then that's at 19. Woo.
All right. Just don't want folk coming into my town not telling me what's going on. So, we're going to the fields. You guys have something else you need to attend to while here in town.
What the fuck was your name again?
Name's Magnus.
Magnus. It's gonna take a minute.
Or is it?
We just had a.
Ruffles through.
We just had one of our party members lost. Deeply saddened by that.
Yeah, you guys look real broken up.
Yeah, we what we're trying to say is we have an opening. I'm looking higher.
You know, line is like,
you can
yeah, the
prove
guy.
yourself.
How good are you gonna fight?
I can shoot things from real far away with my bow.
Okay.
Real far.
Okay.
With magic.
Well,
With magic?
with magic.
I've
Magic's
got
always
this.
good.
I've got this bag of holding here from our fallen comrade. Respect.
I don't have a bag of holding.
Aldor
I thought
not
you
have-
did.
No,
No,
it might have been written down.
that-
It was just a bag.
No, it was crossed off because he took it.
That
Yeah.
was lost at the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guards-
The guards
The
still.
guards were like,
Okay, well,
"Oh,
I've got a bunch
boy."
of stuff here.
Was that 11 piles of
11
bones? when I
piles
was-
of bones.
Yeah. Dude, are
Here's
you
a-
nuts?
like, here's a
Here's
bag
a
of bones. You open up like,
Making some bone stew
I'm like,
today.
I don't want this, but this is an impressive amount of bones.
Respect. There's so many bones.
You see, Mekthar.
Why is there so many?
That's a weird new member gift you got there.
It took me a while. to-
Weird thing them Dragonborn do when they meet someone new, ain't it there?
Hey,
These are all
getting
past
gifted a
members.
pile of bones by a dragonborn is one of the highest honors.
It took me a while to get used to this guy. Kind of growing fond of him.
these bones are all of our past
Yeah.
members.
Respect the dead.
When
But here's
when
his
you
stuff.
die, you
Take
get
your
added
lot.
to the bone pile.
You just kind of throw it down.
I'll take this gold and pay my tab.
It's like, ooh, you're just gonna give him money. How much is my tab? Yeah. 120.
120 gold. Thank you, Magnus.
Does this book have teeth?
Fuck.
I'm just gonna.
He's like, what kind of shit was this guy into?
Like, you know what?
Does this
You get the bones.
Betrayer flesh from the. I don't want this.
So, as you're kind of sifting through, what's your kind of
So
order of
you're
operations
coming with
today?
us?
You want me to?
I reach over and take the.
I mean, I can come if you want, but give me a word. I'm not gonna mess up the place, steal anything
Here? What's town?
from the fields. That's where you're going. You're just hanging out in town, yeah, do whatever.
Oh, do we need this guy? How good are you? You were a warrior. Still a warrior?
There's all the books and the rest of the stuff.
Some time
that
is
I can't
needed.
use.
More of storytelling nowadays.
How
Passing
heavy
on.
were your books?
I think we got
Just like
3 pounds each.
Okay.
All right.
What?
Well, just know anything good, let me know. Kind of turns and goes back, and you see him just. Oh, and one more thing. Those goblins. Gonna be taking those out. I'll be mighty fine of taking this payment of Willie. Yeah. Be able to pay maybe 2, maybe 5 gold, depends, per year. So take care of them, bring them back as proof, and yeah. Until then, nice meeting y'all.
One more thing for you. Said if anybody was come looking, you cover for us.
Yeah.
Insight.
Already.
Oh,
nice.
20.
Seems to be telling me. He looks around. All right, well, enjoy the grounds, and if fields give you anything that you think notable, let me know. He turns, he goes back, and he starts working. You see many automatons and warforged go back to work, and they seem to be salvaging many materials. You guys start making your way. What do you guys want to do?
Are these books all spell books, or? is this-
Yes.
He
Okay.
only has spell books.
Just making sure because there's books and then there's spell books.
Actually, here, before we head to do whatever, we'll take a break right now, because this is like perfect, right? Like a solid little halfway point here. So we'll take a quick little break, and
Also
then
claim
we'll
the
pick
pro.
back up.
I cannot.
right
I'll
here.
be able
I
to
want to maul
do.
goblins. I want to maul goblins so bad.
Identify.
Yeah, I'll be able to do that when I get
All right, so
Is it actually?
we're good. I'm getting better. It'll take another year of us playing, and then I'll be amazing at it, hopefully.
Not muted. Good.
Yep, we're good. So, picking back up, you guys have your long rest. You guys talk to Mekthar. You guys are getting ready to assemble yourselves and heading out to do whatever. You guys are kind of sidetracked as Arlanda. She makes her way up, looks well rested. She turns. I'm going to head out now. If you need anything, take this. And she gives you a small piece of paper. This will send me one message. I'll get it immediately. I won't be able to respond, but I'll get it. So make sure it counts. She hands it back. You see her, she turns, she walks off, and in between what looks like her little hideout in another building, you see her just teleport out. Feel like a wave distortion of magic kind of linger for a couple seconds and then dissipate. Now you guys have your day to do whatever. About 10 a.m. What do you guys want to do? Snow slightly starts to pick up.
Well, time to earn your keep. We're gonna go shoot some goblins. Well, you're gonna go shoot.
I'll shoot all the goblins.
Hold you to that. Don't turn into a bear and maul.
You're made of metal and you turn into bears.
Turn into many things. Pretty
Neat.
And you guys start walking out, heading out. You take about 5-10 minutes. You know where they're located. You see some people kind of standing off, and then as you guys get closer, you notice that a couple warforged come up and, all right, we're gonna have to move everybody out of this area. Seems that there are some painted ones coming that have been located about half mile out. We're not quite sure what their intentions are, but if they come closer, we're gonna have to possibly make the entire town a safe haven inside Mekthar's Inn.
Be one better. We're gonna go take it.
As everybody turns around, they look at you, being a dragonborn. You hear murmurs, you're not quite sure what they're saying. Might be from Dragonscale Keep. You hear other people, as now most warforgers, but you see a few human. As they look on, you guys start making your way into the fields, actually for the first time. You guys make it beyond the 10 feet, and as you do so, you guys start kind of seeing some of the mounds pile up. And as they do so, they kind of just keep going, impairing part of your view. But now, with it being light out, you can see for the most part everything. You guys keep on walking for a little bit longer. You guys trek on. You guys go about another 5-10 minutes. The snow begins to get pretty deep. This hasn't been traversed in a while. The snow is 3-4 feet in some areas. You see some of the mounds of the bodies and some of the armor and stuff go up to like 10-15 feet as you see arms and different armaments just kind of strewn about. As you look around, you see some really nice pieces that were made, that were worn, still attached, like hauled together. And as you guys look around, you make it about 20 minutes in, and then you finally find this opening where there's this sign that's kind of like staked in and etched onto this wooden like arrowhead. You see the Basin of Awakening. It kind of points on, and as you go on, you guys make your way. You guys go for about another 100 feet, then you guys stop and you see this large gray, almost like a dark black basin. It's about 2 to 3 feet in height, then it kind of dips down. You can see it cracked in many locations where it once probably held water. You see some kind of held in there from the snow that has slowly melted. And then on the back, the far back, about 30 feet on the other side, you see this large slab of stone that had been mounded up. And you see all kinds of writing that has been etched into it. Give me a perception check, everybody that's here.
13.
10.
19.
18.
Only a +1.
19?
I mean,
Okay. So as you guys, you're about 100 feet away. As you guys look, you see this large slab. You see language is wrote on it, but as a far glance, you see on the very top of it this large name wrote in Primordial. Does anybody speak Primordial? You do. Okay.
This boy does.
Gilbert did too, Sage.
So as you kind of walk up, you notice that you get about 50 feet. You're at like kind of the edge of this basin. You don't really go any closer, but you can see the slab on the back end. And you see a bunch of like empty slots that look as if they held some sort of gem. You've seen gems, and immediately with the sockets, you can kind of see they're not the whole gems, fractures. And as you look upon them, you can see that there's not very many, maybe 3 or 4. And you see that they're all empty. And as you look, you can see that there's writing. Do you go closer?
So we're on this edge of the basin.
It's like a circular,
and then there's
it's almost like an octagonal circular. Yep, and it's kind of like mounded up around it, like pretty heavily with like a cement clay, and then dips down it like a mini 3 to 4 foot pool.
And it's just dirt.
No, it's just like the stone, like a very thin black stone almost. Like your guys are in this black stone area, and you see it now under.
Like, is it like smooth?
Yeah, on the bottom, yes. It's worn, it's cracked.
Like, it's very
shiny
old. Smooth?
No, not shiny smooth. Not shiny smooth. It's very weathered. It's been here for a long time. Like, it's been cracked over, a long time. You can see that the slab that was once behind, some of it is like, you can see that they literally stacked stones up and then kind of like tried to like almost flatten one side to be able to etch whatever they wrote in. So it was a long time ago. And even some of the writing has been weathered. And you can't even read some of it. But as you kind of approach, you're now at this edge of this basin, and you can either like step up into the basin over like a 3-foot lip into just an empty, basin, or you can kind of walk around it to where this rock is.
I'll start walking.
Okay, so while he's kind of walking around, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Is there anything in the basin?
Not from what you tell, snow. Some of it's been melted, but it's empty for the most part. So you guys just kind of hanging out, watching, following?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll
Okay.
walk through the basin.
All right, so you guys just kind of...
I'm ready to cast invisibility. Second trouble starts.
All right, so as Oram walks around,
I'll walk I'll just kind of around it. I'm not gonna walk through the center, but I'll round the
all right, so
center.
you kind of round the center, you put your leg up and you kind of approach and you just walk through. Nothing happens. You take
when I
a
take
couple
my
steps.
halberd and just
Yep, you take it's only a couple feet deep. You notice that it hits, a stone, and as you walk, you realize that you both kind of walk towards this large slab. And Magnus, you're just kind of onlooking. Same with you.
I'm following.
Okay, so you guys kind of all tail about, let's say, about 5-10 feet from each other, just kind of walking up. You guys make it to this large slab, and as you get closer, you see Primordial from top to bottom. This is about 20 feet tall. As you stare at it, the sun is pretty bright, and you just see bodies now behind it, just strewn everywhere. And as you look, you just see this small kind of glint that kind of gives off this small shine now in the sun, off in the field. Now, are you looking at the tab, like this large slab of stone?
There's like glint in the field.
Yeah, behind in the rest of the field, you see another 100 maybe feet, and you just see kind of more just bodies just strewn about
So
of
it's like the
Warforged.
metal is reflecting the sun. Okay.
Or something, you can see that there's something, maybe an object or whatnot, that kind of is peering differently, glinting a little differently than like the bodies and some of the armor, but it kind of catches your eye. You rolled a really high perception, so as you notice it, it kind of catches your eye. But are you looking at the slab, or what are you guys doing?
That was like 100 feet off or something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe about like 50, 60.
I'm gonna point it out to fuck this. You're not doing anything. Something over there in that field. See if you can get a closer look.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Walk around the slab.
All right, so you're walking around. While you're doing that, are you looking at the slab?
I'll be looking at the slab, but there's one more thing.
Okay.
Can you read? You can't read this.
I cannot know.
Last night you cast mending. Think you can mend any of these cracks in this basin?
I'll see why I couldn't. It took a while. But good.
You should start doing that. See if that does triggers anything.
Okay.
Connect some magic juice. Oh, I'm gonna read this.
I'm gonna start mending the cracks in the
Keep an eye
bacon.
out, please.
Okay. So as you cast mending and you start, hovering over, trying to heal some of these cracks, you start walking off and looking towards this. You start reading. As you read this, easily enough, it's pretty weathered. You're not quite sure at first. It takes you a moment. You have to readjust yourself, get out of the sunlight, and really hone in, trying to adjust your angle to make sure you can kind of go through. It takes you a couple minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes. While you're doing that, you see that there is something off in the field. You're not quite sure, but while you're reading, you basically get that this is some sort of primordial scripture. You also notice that there's things wrote in Celestial. And as you go through, you notice that there's some sort of lock and key that is almost symbolized. You notice that at the very beginning, you see that this is reference to scrap of warforged bodies, empty and soulless, that lie inside a large area located on an old battlefield. There's warforged that simulate what looks like some sort of obvious battle, but these bodies have been put here for some purpose. You kind of read on, as you go through, you realize that there's empty slots. And as you go on, you notice that this basin of reawakening over time brings some sort of magical healing and abilities that has been known to possibly put life into creatures slowly over time, giving souls to creatures that were needed for a great battle from a time long ago, before the sky calamity, from a deity known as the primordial Celadon. And then do you know Celestial? Well, you're there. Do you know Celestial?
You point out that is
I mean, if you're looking at the slab, you would see nothing, and you would see this section.
I mean, he asked me to do that, so unless he's like, hey,
True.
I mean,
True.
as soon as I find something I can't read, I'd be like, you know what this is?
Okay, so you kind of wait a moment and then come over, and you realize that after the primordial Celadon is said, you see in a almost different language, it's the Albaratha, meaning the great brother. And as you read on, it goes on and says the short-term healing over time that could possibly ramp up, that this magic is associated with the ley line that lays within the cloud tops. It's whatever associated here. And whatever was done here within this great awakening and creating part of these soul forges was done here in the cloud tops. Not necessarily here, but this was a place that possibly when they died, they were brought and awakened. They had their souls put back into them, basically creating endless armies. You look around and you see there's thousands of bodies. A place where things have been stacked up, so you could almost assume that bodies were lost and then brought back, used, and over time, due to whatever battle there was of this great battle, you notice that as you keep on reading, that you go over text and you notice that it speaks of some sort of draconic story of some great power that was trying to break through some great pillars of these powers. Give me an intelligence check.
Hold on, repeat that last sentence, something about pillars.
Pillars of power. There looked as if there was some sort of draconic bloodline that tells of a story that used great power to try and break the great pillars of power. And I'll just say, you can assume that it's reference to the cloud tops.
Okay. What kind of check am I making?
Intelligence, or this could be wisdom.
Just the one of us, or
Him.
This could be wisdom?
Yeah, this is in
Great wisdom?
primordial, yeah.
7.
You're not quite sure what the next couple of lines say. It's kind of broken, but then as you go on, you read that there's something that is spoken of referring to great ley lines that were used and created upon the cloud top regions with a member known as Rennoc Draconius, the magic master, is what he was called. He, behind it all, created the safest and most advantageous located with the fight against the great scaled one. Now, at the very end, you see these gems socketed to a great Ganon. You notice as you read on that Ganon, one moment, is Ganon the Giver Lotus. He was a Fey Eldrin who was a great druid trying to heal the land before the cloud tops seemed to have been formed. It seemed that there was some sort of soot and ash and some dark energy that was draining the land. And then he tried to cleanse it and produce some sort of light energy to heal and help sustain life in other ways. It was told that he could regrow entire forests as well as many other things. And he used parts of these gems to help him with this. And you notice that these gems that he's referring to are the green gems. Now, while you're looking, you see about 25 feet away, there's something glinting. It has a small, like a white-green hum to it. What do you do? While they're off reading, while he's reading, that probably takes 20 to 30 minutes.
I went to
Where
or
you're
from the
standing
pillar?
right now. You're about 25 feet from them.
I'll approach.
All right, so you start approaching. As you do so, you see this kind of chess piece with no legs, no arms, nothing attached. You see it kind of braced down into the snow. You walk over to it. As you get closer, the light gleaming off the snow and the sun is almost piercing into your eyes, almost blinding you as it reflects this green. It kind of like translucent lines and like almost like orbs around.
The chess piece is glowing.
Yes, something inside of it. And as you get closer, your vantage point can see further down, and you see something like lodged into the chess piece. You see it with like this green, translucent like aura giving off this light that is just like sparkling around. And then you also notice that there's something behind it, giving off like this white, almost blue, soft hum. And as you see it, it's almost like freezing you together, almost like ice and cumber, both. As you get closer, you're about 5 feet away. You kneel down next to it. As you kneel down, you kind of move the armor over towards you, able to peer in now even closer to get a better eye point. And as you see, it looks as if there's like this green, almost like translucent gem with this white blue one. Small fractured pieces, but almost like frozen together. The one behind it encapsulating the one in front of it with this like frozen ice. Doesn't seem to be magical. It seems to be ice holding them both together. Two separate gems sitting there. Now, as you do this, give me a perception check. The rest of you two, give me a perception check at disadvantage. You can give me a perception check at advantage because you were told to keep watch. You awake over there, Magnus?
21.
Yes.
21. 8.
Oh, that disadvantage you said?
Yes.
Oh, it's slightly more. 14?
14. So, what was this? What'd you roll?
21.
21.
And at 20.
So as you are all looking around, as you're walking over, you're standing off about 50, 60 feet away, just kind of keeping an eye out. You see a small figure kind of off in the tree line, very small, just kind of jolt off. You barely hear something, and as you're rummaging the armor piece, you go to almost grab the gem, and then you turn and you hear something. You hear a through the snow, very thick and heavy, hard to be stealthy in it. And then you hear silence. And another moment goes by, and you hear another set. And you hear almost this Then you smell. It's like rotten smell almost. Like dead flesh that hasn't been washed. In a moment, you see this arrow just sink. And right in front of you, right above the armor, this like very rotten and almost distraught wooden arrow. With barely a pointed end. Just sinks into the snow. And as you turn over, you see this small dark figure standing underneath next to this pile of like armored rubble. And a couple others just darting around, looking to like surround you all. What do you guys do? Actually, here, we'll make it a little easier. We'll just pull her on up.
A lot of stuff.
Uno momento.
We lift in the paper or the
Yeah.
the lid here.
Yep.
Yours. Oh, wait.
Clear my way.
Weighs a ton. Sprung for like. What is this? It's power metal, but I bought one that has a large capacity. It's like 10 phone charges worth or something. And the thing's a fucking. I thought I was thinking about taking it to like Kings Island. It was the heaviest thing. But yeah.
There. All right.
Oh, there's a smell effect.
Oh, hang on. If
Not anymore.
Where's my mouse?
Not anymore. It's right there.
it is.
I'm surprised you don't have the
Oh, we just gotta do this.
I'm surprised you don't have the setting that changes the color of the mouse depending on what's on the screen. So on white backgrounds, the mouse is black. But on black backgrounds, the mouse is white.
And that would
Yeah,
probably be
that turned
useful.
on.
Turn that shit on immediately.
That would be useful, probably.
Yeah.
It's
You should go into settings, like your mouse settings, your mouse.
It's like
pointer
it's where
settings.
it's like
All right, so
where the def settings are.
you guys see this gem located right over there. The little green thing that's flickering. That's where you're at.
That's where.
Yeah, that would be easier to see.
Yeah. That's
These,
not a cool light effect, though.
these are piles of rubble. You
Grab the.
You guys see one here, one here, this one that shot at you, another one right here. Good. Well,
Yep. Oh.
you're standing right here reading. You're up by the gem, so you can place him right in front of that. You are right over here. Keep it out. Healing.
Is
So-
that me?
This is you.
You're here.
You're the bow guy.
You can see
He stayed behind.
Hmm?
He stayed like in the front, and then me and
Here?
all three of us went ahead.
All right, yeah, we'll stay there.
You can be wherever you
Yeah, I'm
want.
at the yeah.
All right, so as you guys are standing here, you guys see a couple of these goblin figures as they pop out. As they do so, I will say you are the only one. You can have one surprise round, and then we'll roll for initiative, and we'll get into it. As you see this green small figure, a couple start popping and making their way out.
Do I get an entire action or is it just like one?
One action.
Okay.
No, I'll give you an entire turn.
Yeah.
You can have
Nice.
one entire turn.
That actually works too.
Yeah, I'm gonna coat myself in fire and turn into a giant bear. Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm so excited.
Is there a
How
frost version
many
of that spell?
goblins can I see?
Or is that
You
spell-
Can I
can
see all of them?
You can see two.
Is there a frost
You can see
version of that
this
spell?
one
There it is,
and
yeah.
part of that
You
one,
can
all
do
of that one's in full
crossbow
cover.
as well.
Yeah.
Full cover?
Yep.
But I can't see him.
Well, I mean, plus 5. He's got like, oh,
Yeah, then if
He's got three quarters.
He
Three
has
quarters.
quarters.
Three
But I have
quarters.
sharpshooter. I
so it doesn't
know
matter.
I mean, there's that right here.
Yes,
as well.
sharpshooter ignores cover. Yeah. The
Yeah, you're
quarters.
good.
3 quarters anyway.
that. Okay,
3 quarters.
I'm gonna attack that man. The first attack's gonna have sharpshooter, so it's +5.
Nice.
So 19
Plus a 1.
Yep.
plus 5.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep.
Here's the first attack. It's D8.
For a longbow?
Yeah.
3 plus 15. 18 damage.
All right.
First attack. Second attack. 18 plus 5.
Those both hit.
16.
Which one are you going into?
The one
This
in
one?
the open. And now I'm going to action surge.
Yeah. We'll do it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to attack the other one with sharpshooter.
Fighter Ranger, huh?
Just fighter. You're not even
14.
I know, but I'm just saying.
14.
Misses.
Damn.
Good ability.
Screw it then. I'm going to use an arcane shot.
How much was your damage? Sorry.
For the first one.
It was a D8 plus.
It was 16. The
16.
last attack was 16.
Okay.
Last attack. The first.
First attack was 17.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my arcane shot and not sharpshoot. And I'm going to use grasping shot. 20.
That hits.
Okay, so it does D8. That's 5 plus 2d6 poison damage. 5 poison damage. Plus another 5.
You see this one?
No, that was to that one.
Oh, this one.
That
okay.
one. And he has brambles on him.
All right.
So he can take them off with an action.
Okay.
Waste an action. Or he could ignore them and move and take damage.
Okay.
And he's slowed by 10 feet.
Gotcha. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
12.
22.
Okay.
Plus 5 dex.
-1 dex.
All right. 20 to 25. 15 to 20.
15.
22, I'm sorry.
Jesus. 10 to 15.
12.
Alrighty then. All right, Magnus, you're up.
Hot damn. Well, I'm going to hit the one in the open. Sharpshooter, and I miss. Second attack. I got 20 with sharpshooter. So that is 23
To the small one
times
right here.
2.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Headshot.
Ah!
And then I'm going to move 30 feet this way.
Okay. So 5. All right. Now, as that happens, you actually see not one, but I got where to put him.
5,000.
3 more run onto the field. As you see one, he just yells, "Arr!" Does anybody speak Goblin?
I don't think. I
No,
doubt
you see,
it.
"Arr!" and just starts yelling things onto the
I
field.
think Perrin did.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
That's his favorite
he-
enemy.
He's
All right.
long dead.
What else you got? Anything else?
That was it.
All right, so you see these 3, and this one, he's going to pop out here. He's going to shoot right at you. 2 bow shots. Ooh, 22 and an 18.
Both hit.
Ooh, baby.
No more shield for you.
15. Slashing damage. Or
15
piercing.
total?
Yeah, 15 total piercing. Rolled like almost perfect on those. And then he's going to hide over here. Gonna fall back. And okay, he rolled a what is he? +2. Okay, he rolled a 16 on a stealth. Just so y'all know. All right, and then this one over here, he's going to just go. Then he's going to throw a spear. Actually, we'll just throw 2 of them. Why not? We get 2 of them. Actually, javelin. Oh yeah, +2, 21 and a 13 to you, life.
First one hits. Second misses.
Is he
All
got
right.
Fury the Small?
7 points of piercing damage as you see one just poof, kind of rip into your shoulder. And then he's going to. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. You know, just kind of hide around there, getting cover, and then we're cool. Guy over here. No, we're gonna do this guy. Going right into you two with the bow. Now they're both gonna miss. They just poof, poof, and both just poof, fly over you. All right, that's the end of that. Orm.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need a bigger creature, one of the wolves or something. I'm gonna turn into a. Well, first, I'm gonna cast Fire Shield.
Okay.
So I'm gonna engulf myself in flames, and then I'm gonna wild shape into a polar bear.
Okay.
And yeah, something like that. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm gonna. That's my bonus action. I think I'm just gonna start. I think I'm just gonna start. Because that guy's not in reach. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that one.
You can go off the map. Don't worry about it. You can go off.
No, I'll go here.
Okay.
That's fine. And that's my whole turn. That being said, any melee attacks against me, if they hit me, they take 2d8 fire damage.
All right.
I also have resistance to cold damage for what about?
Okay, so as that happens, this small one over here,
Yep.
he's going to shoot 2 into you. Ooh, 23 and a 6.
2 into me.
Yep.
One of those hits.
All right. You're going to take 7 points of piercing damage. And then he's going to go back over here. Going to stealth. Oh, that one failed. That one in front. Anything yet? Okay. You guys hear a lot more chattering. Like there are more coming. You guys hear him just the gem, jibra. You hear that in common as they are kind of screaming. Now, fuck this, onto you.
What kind of armor is this?
That they're wearing, or that?
So the armor on the ground, was it like
I mean, it's pretty broken.
Was it a torn apart warforged, or was it
Looks
an
like a
actual
whole
piece of armor?
looks like a chest piece from an actual warforged. I mean, yeah, it could be possibly a chest piece if changed, but in its current state, you couldn't just slap it on.
Oh. So I will, since I can't reach him. Both of these guys are in stealth. Just this
Yeah,
guy?
you would need to have. What's your passive perception?
That one can't. He's in my grasping stuff. I don't think you can tell.
What's your grasping do?
It makes brambles around him. Maybe
Well,
it just slows
But
him.
what does it do? Yeah, what? Does it make me not go stealth, or does it just slow me and do damage?
I mean, you'd probably notice that, look, there's a bunch of brambles over there. Probably
Yeah,
goblins over there.
so if we'd see the bramble,
How big is the bramble?
it's all around.
Right,
him.
but he doesn't see him, so.
True.
So
Whatever.
you see 'em.
Just go.
Anyway, I can
Yeah.
reach this guy, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
Not gonna pick up a jump.
30.
Half. Difficult terrain, snow.
I guess I will be throwing a javelin at
Okay,
the goblin. +2 because I'm flanking javelin.
got you. No, not a range attack.
No, okay.
It's
Anyway,
not +2. No, it's just straight.
22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Javelin.
You can tell that it looks like they're wearing like some sort of like either chain shirt, and some of them have shields. That's what most of them seem to be wearing.
10
damage?
damage.
All right.
Javelin. Is it?
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Bonus action. Shield of Faith.
Okay. All right. Now, as that happens, out here. Okay.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm excited.
You see a big boy run in.
A goblin chucker?
Not a goblin.
Oh, man.
A big orc boy.
Oh,
As you see him adorned with what looks like some scavenged armor. As you see him slapped all over, you see this large mech axe that has been just kind of put together with this huge rod. He goes lumbering over, and he comes running right at you. Now, he's coming with a head of steam, and there's nothing really impeding his movement. So just running into you, he's going to do 1d6 point of damage just running in. That's going to be 2 points of bludgeoning. Now, he's going to take his big old weapon, and he's swinging down on you. And let me just make sure. Oh, God. He got 3 attacks. Oh, nat 20. And let's see here. What else we got here? What's his plus? And let me see. Plus 9.
Great weapon master.
Yeah, plus 9. So nat 20. An 18 was the lowest. No hit. Okay.
AP 16.
All right. So here we go. So for the first one, let's just get the nat 20 out of the way. Oh wait, 2 hands. Excuse me. So you're gonna take
52 HP right now.
You're gonna take 20 points for the crit,
30.
and then another 24 for the normal, and that's all slashing. I need you to give me a strength check, a strength saving throw, and this needs to pass 14.
Fails.
You're prone. At that, you see at the end, he just turns back and he wields, and he just yells out, and you see a lot of the goblins just, and he just literally.
How much damage did you do?
Total 24 plus 20, so 44. And that was all piercing. And that is the end of his turn. As you see him, he kind of takes part of his huge axe and like wields it in a certain manner. And that's the end of his turn. On to you. As you start seeing other individuals blocking him as they start running behind. Oh, by the way, they have paint just kind of slathered on them, like different colorations, like black to purple to yellow.
Yeah, I'm gonna launch 2 Eldritch Blasts at the big guy.
Okay.
Lowest is 14. Does that hit?
Nope.
Highest is 20.
Barely. Yes.
Barely? Fuck. Okay.
Barely.
So 1 hits, and that's
Damn.
10.
Her heat metal to death. Good.
5 force damage from
You
that.
got that?
5 force from that. And then,
Oh, sorry.
then I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon next to him.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need a 3D print one here. Yeah, just use a D4 or whatever.
She a pretty pretty.
Pretty mild.
Big.
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. All right, so that's the end of that. And at this point, it is on
5,
to you,
10,
Magnus.
15. Okay.
Okay, so I stand up.
All right, so you have half movement. So you can move. Yeah.
I disengage. And I run. I don't even know how much movement I have.
10 feet.
Yep.
Where do you want to run?
Away?
5, 10. Okay, you moving? That's it? You doing anything else?
Your fighter, second one.
Can I, does that cost stuff?
It's bonus action. You haven't used a bonus action.
I'll
for
say,
anything.
I'll second wind.
One per
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
So
D10 plus
Plus my fighter level, right?
8, 7. That's more HP than you currently
Okay.
have.
at the end, you see these 3 after you summoning that weapon. They are going to run, and as they do so, you see 3 of them almost moving on like these small little like ski like webbed feet mechanisms. As they do so, they're like ricketed together with some sort of like wood and some sort of wicker. And as they run, it doesn't seem to impede their movement.
They have snowshoes. Goblins on snowshoes.
Good thing it's not concentration.
They would have ulted.
Here. All right, so they're all going slam jam into you, wife. As you see, they rear back, and they all seem to be wielding some sort of scimitar. Scimitar? They're gonna get a lot of attacks here, so we're just gonna roll for the first 2. That one's cocked. The lowest one is a 18.
That hits.
All of them? I'm rolling hot right now. Literally rolling hot right now. So then the last one has got a javelin. Or no, he's gonna use the bow actually. He's got 2 more in it. 22, and the other one is 11.
Well, for the first one, I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
It's not that
That's
Okay.
3rd level,
Okay.
I just have
and that is 3d10 of damage.
Yeah.
First to,
I'm gonna have to
to,
Your fire breath could
to the
probably
first guy
get
that hit me.
difficult
Okay.
and
terrain,
he's gonna make a dex saving throw.
and you
Alright.
get to attack.
He
14.
fails.
Sweet.
Theoretically,
So
he's
get
probably in
3d10.
range of the fire.
He's what?
So you can
3d10?
probably front of you.
All right, he does 11 points of slashing damage to you, and then you rebuke back.
I can put shield. I have shields. So I can
Ooh.
still. I can refill you on shields. Can't do Misty Step.
Okay, so
Do for you.
21 fire damage.
Okay, so you see as it rips back into him, you
And
see
11?
it.
You can teleport
You
it
see
to
it.
you.
He's going
You can
to
teleport it.
fall
It's just,
over.
it requires
As he
a
does
save.
so, you see the rest of the remaining attacks are going to do a total of 22 slashing and piercing damage to you, mixed between the rest of their attacks and the bow shots. That is the end of their turn with anything else that was on to you. So you're good. After that, the big guy, or no, excuse me, you're up. Fuck this.
I'm going to. I'm gonna be. Did this guy?
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
you're up. You're up. You're up. Sorry.
That's where I went before.
Yeah, yeah.
When does?
Him.
As I say, when did these guys?
They go after Orm.
Before fuck this?
Yes.
Rough. Well, I'm gonna make 2 attacks against the guy in front of me, or at least 1 attack and see what happens. Okay.
What's going through your head, Magnus?
Fucking bullshit. Is
I'm
what
wondering
that
if that guy's still big,
That's
or if I'm just bleed. I'm just gonna die.
that's a
So
fucking
it's just gonna fuck kill me.
3 plus 8 is
I have 14
only
HP.
11 to hit.
That misses.
Rough. I'll try fucking again, I guess. This is the claw.
It's okay. I have Carl in the
Nice.
shoulder.
All right.
Good.
16 plus 8. 24 to hit.
Yep, you hit it, and it's just like, Jabri, Gem, Jabri, Gem.
Nice. He takes 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I don't think I have any like pertinent bonus action, so I'm just gonna growl at this bitch a little bit.
And it's just like, right back at you.
Yeah.
All right. And now,
What's the fire shield doing?
I'm gonna actually use my movement, if possible, to get up inside these guts.
alrighty. So the small one and those 2, they're all gonna rain fire right into you.
They're right here. These ones.
Yep. All
Okay.
I'm missing a D20 somewhere. Oh, there it is. So
So all these attacks.
this one is going to go here. So
He
he's
takes
in there.
2d6 damage.
It's 2d8. So every attack against me within 5
No,
feet.
that's from me.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Oh. Neat.
Yeah, the bramble.
He
Nice.
takes 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, he's getting pretty weak.
Nice.
The flame
Okay.
shield might kill him.
So 20, 24, 21, 13, 18.
3 hit.
3 hit. Okay. And then the last one, oh, he's a melee too. Sorry, I got 2 more. 16 and a 19. Jesus.
The 19 hits.
Yep.
So that first guy, whoever does
So
it,
5 total. Okay.
he takes another 8. He takes 8 fire damage.
Okay. He's barely alive.
All right, and then whoever hit me next takes another 9 fire damage.
Okay. He falls.
Okay. And then there was, I think, 2 more hits.
Yep.
So-
On which one?
That's another 8 plus 3, 11.
11. Okay,
Uh,
he still stands.
And then whoever attacked me the 4th time, which would be the last guy, if I recall, takes 8 damage.
Are these attack or
Do
just
they have to
auras?
hit you?
And every time they hit me within 5 feet, they take 2d8 fire damage.
It's just from the shield, right?
Yeah, my
Okay,
fire shield.
I'm just making sure.
It's
No, you're
non-concentration.
good. I'm just making sure you're not attacking me because I get something I can do.
No.
All right, so
This is pure.
you're going to take 12, 18, 20, or no, 32 total points of damage, and that is all slashing. And that is the end of their turn. Fuck this, on to you.
Okay, again, I'm gonna be nice. This guy by the rock.
And these guys are actually disengaging here, and
Like bonus action disengaging? Fucking goblins.
Yep.
Angry.
that one's actually going to hide with a 22.
So, this one?
The one behind the pile over there. He's actually kind of just hidden in it. Like just ran into the pile of armor.
Wait. Oh. So he moved like
The one that was in front of me, or the other guy.
This
Like he's
this
in.
one-
okay,
This
okay.
one's like in the pile.
All right, cool.
My turn. This is gonna be handy.
You are. It goes fuck this, and then I
know,
get
Bobby.
one big round, and then
Well,
you.
my turn is gonna come. I have no idea how range is right now.
Yeah, I can help you.
I'm gonna
you know.
move 10 feet. Gonna
Okay.
fire breath. Actually, no, wait.
Can you get both?
Section. Was it 15 feet cone?
Yep. No. Oh, for him.
So I'll move.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and move 15 feet.
What's
And-
it's the green. What are you trying to hit? Ooh, that goes through the pillar.
It's this cone right here. It's not the
The
bigger
little
cone.
one.
Oh, it's the
So
little
it's
one.
the center that on him. So you can get those 2 goblins, probably.
Can you get this guy right here?
Sure looks like it.
Like right there is on him. from that
Yeah, it
bar.
looks like it catches
Yeah, we'll
that
say you
flare,
can
yeah.
get that one. Yeah, you're
Because
good.
I mean, even then, 5,
15
10,
feet.
15.
Yep,
you know.
you're good.
All right, fire breath. I need
Dex saves?
two dex saves of 14.
Nat 20 and a nat 17.
Still takes half damage.
Man.
10 plus your con, I think. Or is it just 2d10?
They could burn up anyway.
2d10 plus. Half of 19. 10.
Yep. One of them falls. This one falls. Yeah.
So theoretically, if I breathed fire this way, does that clear any
Snow.
less snow?
All the snow, yeah, it just
Okay.
melts away. You see the goblin just singed down, and his corpse is just kind of charred now, just laying there.
So I'll go ahead and just move another 5 feet and
Okay.
slam into this guy.
Roger
You
that.
Try to
move
finish
that
him off.
5 feet.
Huh?
You have reach.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't have to.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, I've already hit him for 20, so he
Oh, come on.
probably 16 plus 9.
That hits.
2, 6, 8 slashing damage. With the
Okay.
fire.
Good.
Might.
Oh, he's doing it. He's like, all right. I want to kill. I'm killing.
Oh yeah. 15.
Falls off. Anything
This
else?
guy.
He's hit.
Oh.
He ran in there.
You
and
just
hit.
know he's.
I was wondering what that was going on.
I'm
You
here.
trying
know
to
he's
think-
in that pile of
I'm
armor
trying to think
somewhere.
if I have any more move.
Yeah,
It's
you
half movement.
But
Remember.
I cleared the way, like, so I cleared like up to here. Can I just move like up to
You
here?
get, yeah, you can move up to what you coned out.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'll just.
All right, cool. All right, so as that goes, all right, turn. Squad of goons. So as this happens, this man is going to pop out. He's going to shoot into actually you because you've been a nuisance. Oh my God, dude!
I've done barely
A
anything.
22 and a 15.
Damn, what
Real
are these
quick.
guys'
21.
knives?
Real
Okay.
quick, before you do that, I think I still had a bonus.
Let it roll.
These goblins that I killed,
Yep.
did they have those snowshoes?
Yes.
Can I take some? Can I take them and try to wear them?
As you go to put them on, I'll say next turn you can. It'll be it'd be an action. Okay.
I'm trying to get.
All right. Yep. You can do that. As he does so, you are going to take 7 points of piercing damage, and then he's going to. One more. Okay. these guys going around you. And at that point, you see 2 more approach from over on this side. This guy going head on, and I need you. Oh, you're gonna take from him just charging you 2 points of bludgeoning damage. You are, and then he's swinging into you, big boy style. Here we go.
I think you have a third character lined up.
Hey, let me see. +9, a 13, 17, and a 14.
1 hit.
All right.
Yeah, I have 12 health.
Oh my god, he did 11. 11 slashing damage as he brings it down.
The second win.
You hear him one more time, and I gotta see if I get it back. No, I don't. He goes and he goes to yell, and he looks around, and he notices that no one's close enough by. That's the end of theirs. These guys are going into you. Their last all going into you. 2 are gonna hit. They're both 19s. The others are gonna miss. They're gonna do a total of 14 points of slashing damage as you hear them. The gem's ours! And that's gonna be the end of their turn. On to you now, Life.
I cast Spirit Guardians in a 15-foot cube.
I just. That was.
Well, I mean, it's 15 foot anyways.
Yeah.
This right. Whoever's in that. So it looks like only these 2 are in there.
It also doesn't.
Yeah, it also
Does
It doesn't team.
Hit Alex? Oh, okay.
No, it's only enemies.
Cool. All right, do I gotta make any saves?
It does not affect them right now. However, their turn.
Start of their turn, it does stuff.
Okay. What else you
Right.
got? Anything
That
else?
was my action. Bonus action. I move this. What can I do for bonus? Oh.
Yep.
I could do that, or I could do dreadful shape. Or more dread, I mean.
Wouldn't be bad.
It's in my health, and I can also fear them. I'm
How
gonna.
much would you fear them?
Take form of dread. Take that. One d10.
Okay, here comes like the big like 1 turn mega crit that like somehow hits me for like
I would crit you if I hit you
70
again.
I mean, he's already done it. He didn't have his goon squad backing him up this time.
And
The
you.
less guys around him, this is truly a wow.
Does that automatically do that? No, only if I hit them. I was thinking if Form of Dread automatically does the fear, it does not. I have to hit them. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. On to you, Magnus.
Wait, can't you hit with your spiritual weapon still?
Now use
No,
the
I
bonus action
didn't.
of your
Yeah.
form of dread.
Damn.
I need some more health.
Well,
Don't we? Oh, I mean, I don't. I'm good, but everyone else does. Oh, this is actually pretty. Yeah, HP 1.
I'm just gonna risk it and cast invisibility
There you go.
and move 15 feet away from Workman.
Wait, anyway.
Oh, just straight away.
I don't get any attack of opportunities for you casting.
Nope.
15
That
feet
is
away.
Pathfinder.
Darn.
There is a feat that does that.
There's Mage Slayer, which is a thing.
That it?
That is that.
Okay. After that, we have these 2. They're going to.
If you're in my space,
Yeah.
make a dex save, bro. For both.
So is that sees one? Well, I don't think the other one didn't. He didn't. Because he sees the one,
5, 10.
the other one doesn't.
Yep.
He sees something. 4. Oh no.
Is it just 20 damage?
No.
It's,
I
a,
get,
it's a dice roll.
What's
It's a Guardian of Fate. That's not Spirit Guardian. Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna go into you with their attacks, regardless.
These
Tell me
are
what the
12
damage.
radiant damage to the one that was in it.
Okay, they walked in. Okay, these are gonna be 2 with the scimitar and 2 with the bow. The low, we'll do 2 with the scimitar. The lowest is a 16. The other one is a 21.
16 misses.
Okay, and then with the bow, one is a 15. The other one is a 19.
15 misses.
All right, so 1 each. All right, we got, and then with the bow, all right, you're gonna take a total of 9 or 8 piercing and 4 slashing, 4 slashing. So 13 total. And that is the end of their turn. Or I'm on to you.
Okay. Did I see? So currently I can't see this goblin, but did I see him dive into this pile of metal? Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
We'll see if you saw him.
Can you sniff him out? Do you get
Yeah, you saw.
I was gonna say-
You saw.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use some kind of action or bonus action to essentially just like shoulder check or like push this whole pile to see if all the armor just crushes on top of him?
You can try.
I'm gonna do that then.
All right, give me a strength check.
Athletics or strength? Or...
Yeah.
Wait.
Or give me athletics. It'll be athletics.
Whatever bear strong is.
Oh boy, I don't have proficiency in that, so it's whatever his fucking modifier is. Not have that skill. So 8 plus 5 is 13.
Okay, so you definitely push it over, and I roll a natural 6 or a natural 9 plus 2. So yeah, we'll fail. So you start pushing it over, and you see the debris, and as it does, you see this little goblin skirt out the backside, and as it does,
That's 2d6 damage.
It goes here, and you see a bunch of it pile on top of him, and he's gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the debris, and then how much damage?
8 more.
Yeah, he falls.
So he just like shreds.
So he
the
just
bramble.
shreds through as he falls over, and you see this
Nice.
one fall as he dies.
Tasty. Okay. And then now I'm going to use all of my movement. 10, 20, 30, 30. I don't think I'm in reach. I don't know what square that fucker's on. Is he on this square?
Yeah.
Guy's right here.
I don't have reach. But I'm gonna use 40 movement to get there anyway. It was my action to push over the shit. I don't think I have any bonus actions. I'm a growl. I'm gonna fucking make eye contact with big boy over there. I'm gonna do my growl on my own. Rawr.
Rar?
Yeah.
Alright.
A little more intimidating than that, but yeah.
Okay.
You know he's a bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so as that ends, those guys are dead. Fuck this, on to you.
All right, you said action to put the shoes on or bonus? Action. Yeah.
So you reach down, you put on the shoes, you notice they barely fit onto your feet.
Probably.
Like, barely. I mean, like your toes,
I'm gonna
your toes
move.
are kind of...
I'm gonna stand
You
right
look over
here.
at the orc. He has his own shoes. I want those shoes.
I'm gonna stand right here next to Magnus. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Compel Duel on the big dude. I need a 14 Wisdom save.
Oh, shit.
He does look like a wise man.
He's super wise. And it even helps... Hang on, I gotta reroll that. Oh, no. No. What is it, wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so you can now not move within 30 feet of me. Any attempt you make to move within 30, like away 30 feet of me, you have to make a Wisdom save. And if you pass, it doesn't affect your movement that
Oh,
turn.
jeez.
But the spell doesn't end until I attack someone else.
Coming to save Magnus, the new member.
So that's my turn.
All right.
Can't
That's
attack
big.
anyone else?
What?
He can't attack anyone else?
Oh, if he attacks anyone else, he's disadvantaged.
Okay.
So
Can
he's-
do it.
I can't move towards you.
You can't move 30 feet away from me.
You can only move towards him. Yeah.
I think Legion.
And if you try
Yeah,
to move
yeah.
30 feet away from me, you can try to pass a save and move.
Okay.
But the spell does not.
All right. Anything else? All right, here we go. Pop squad. Well, told him he's not a very smart guy, so he's gonna just go after you. These guys are gonna do so as well. They are all gonna go in.
Oh, dex save.
Yep, dex save.
Starts their turn in it or enters it.
Failed.
I was gonna say, didn't these guys went off just a couple turns ago, right? So it should only be those two guys?
Yeah, should only be Those two went.
Yeah,
like,
I thought
This guy did move.
Correct.
You're
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
So-
This guy
and then these two.
so those two.
Oh wait, and this guy.
Oh.
So those 4.
Did both fail or did only one fail?
No, it won't matter on this
Yeah,
one.
okay.
It'll move the next time. So he moves in. He's going into you. All right. So 3 attacks into you. Fuck this.
Shield.
Okay. You're going to take 24 and 19 are the 2 highest. All right.
Wait,
So
wait. Sorry, wait. Shield is +5.
yes,
You said 24.
24 is the highest.
Yeah, the 24 will hit.
Okay.
With shield. So you have both. You have shield bait going too, don't you?
No, because
12 slashing.
Or compellable is concentration.
Is it concentration? Really? A channel divinity?
All into you.
Well, no, I didn't use my channel divinity.
Nat 1,
Because my other
nat
channel
20,
ability
and then
is
19. So just a crit and 19. 2 will hit. Yeah.
Me or him?
You.
I didn't realize.
Did
compelled-
The little goblins.
Dex
Dex
saves because they start their turn in my.
Got you.
Paladin spell list.
15 and a 3.
Did you? How much damage did you say on the 24 hit?
12.
It is a 15 save.
Oh, they both failed then.
Nice.
22 radiant damage to both.
Okay, so after they basically start, they go to swing, and
Yeah, it is the
these two-
start of their turn.
Yep, these 2 fall. So before they even go back, they go to
That
swing.
fucking saved
That
my
nat
skin.
20, yeah, that nat 20 would have maybe. How much HP do you have?
8.
Oh yeah, you would have downed for sure because I just rolled 22 points. That's this one. He's shooting into you with his bow. He's got 2 shots here.
I'm invisible.
Oh, you're invisible. You're right.
So either got to search
Hang on, what's
it.
his perception? I just want to know his passive. What's your stealth?
8. Need me to roll?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
20.
Okay, you're good. He doesn't see his
Plus
footprints,
the
but he
5
doesn't
from
know.
being
So
invisible.
then he's going just right into
This
you.
is another one thing I wanted to add to control. Nobody else attacked this.
You have your
Oh,
shield.
yeah.
You have your shield up, right?
Shield of faith?
Yeah.
I technically would still.
Still, yeah, because
Or no, not shield of faith.
Shield. The
Shield.
Yes.
Shield was just
yeah,
a
they both
reaction.
miss.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
see 2 crossbows or arrows just whiff off and just glance off of you. That's the end of their turn. Magnus, on to you.
I'm gonna move 15 feet closer to the polar bear. And then I am going to shoot an arcane shot at that goblin, and it's going to be a shadow shot at advantage. I did not. I don't want to miss. Fishing for the crit.
Somebody.
8, 28. So it hits.
Why do you?
Okay.
I was gonna just start.
So it's going to do
Which one?
the far one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, for
Yeah. There goes my shadow shot.
Will you rip him
The black
Yeah.
explosion.
all over him and he just falls?
Then I'm gonna shoot this one,
Covered in.
and I'm not invisible anymore.
I'm at 8. But I can heal next turn.
15. So 25.
What, 15 to hit?
Yeah.
Misses.
No, 25.
To hit.
Yeah.
15 damage. Okay. Which one?
This one. That's my turn.
Okay. Orm.
More bonus action.
Purge? I could be wrong. You'd have to look it up. Okay.
It's an action.
5, 5, 20, 25, 30, 35? 5 movement freaking around the fucking corner.
Remember your half movement.
I'm a giant.
You're
flaming
good. You're
polar
good.
bear.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So there's
If I have half movement, fuck.
Yeah, true.
What? This is some.
Next DM.
I'm like, god damn it, dog. Yeah.
First, you don't let me trip. Then you don't.
I'm literally a flaming snowplow. All right, then I'm gonna use my movement, and I'm gonna swing all the way around this to get over here.
Okay.
I believe I have enough movement. 10, 20. Yeah, 40. Yeah. And as I swing around, I just want to clock that fucking gem. Make sure it's still glinting over there. There's no goblins hanging out over there, right?
As you look, you see one off in the far distance making its way. He's about 20 feet away. Yep, he's a little bit off, but you see him. He's kind of lurking in the shadows, but you do see one. Since you did say something, I'll say as you're clocking and you look, you do see one.
20 feet from that.
Yeah, he's off the map, maybe like 20, 25 feet off.
Yeah, he's over here.
Then
Yes.
fuck these goblins. I see this fucker.
Well, that's more than 20 feet.
From the gem?
He's 20 feet
Yeah.
off the map.
20 feet off the
Oh.
map. Yeah, even then.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah, then he's like 40 feet. Yeah, he's in the edge line. Sorry,
Then
from
I
here it looks
will-
like
then
20.
I-
This would be 40 right
Yeah, it looks like 20 from me. Sorry,
Next turn, I'll fucking probably turn around and do that shit. But
but he is coming towards
yes,
it.
yes. He won't be able to
It's
get there.
Nord time.
And yeah. One attack. 12 plus 8, 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And so that is
This guy right here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
He's got 6. I'm
Um.
assuming you're gonna do more than 6.
Yes.
Just so for brevity,
Yeah.
we'll just
It was
speed her
like
up.
it's a D8 plus 5, so 6
Yeah.
is a minimum. I think I have 5 feet of movement left. So I will 5 feet, and I will make that second attack. Oh no, that's like a 10
Nope.
to hit. Nope. Okay.
You just hear, Jim. It turns to the big one. Goodbye.
I'm gonna gnash my teeth at him.
Okay. These guys are gonna move. This guy, he's going to. Not that way. Gonna go right here and take here. Some Tarn to you. Natural 20. All right. The other one's a 4, but
Into
who
who?
cares? Into you, the little goblin.
Did he enter the 15-foot that is there?
He started his
Yes,
turn
he
there.
did.
Though.
He started turning it.
Actually, no, he started over here. He wasn't in the 15-foot, but
Yeah,
he
he
moved
went-
through it.
Yeah, he went through it.
Which
So you're
means you gotta make a dex save.
all right.
And his movement is halved while going through it.
Card. 18.
You pass, so you take half damage.
All right, well,
And
he's
also-
he's got 15 HP, so roll it.
And his movement is halved going through it. Thing.
So I only have 15 feet.
You take
So you're gonna take
5
Let me roll the javelin damage.
5 radiant, which is already
Doubled
halved.
is 14 from the javelin instead of this. How much?
It was originally 10, but it was halved, so 5.
Okay, so he's pretty weak. That's him. Okay, fuck this onto you. You see the big one just
Double slam to the big guy. Yeah, the first attack's not. Second attack. 17 plus 9.
Yep.
What? I'll go ahead and use a second spell slot. Smite.
Alrighty.
14 plus 3.
17.
17 smite damage.
Okay. 29.
I'm gonna bonus action. One d6.
I need that help. Give me that.
Oh wait, I don't think I.
Yes, Papa Paladin.
Okay, so
Give me the saving throws and healing aura, please.
he gets 5. He gets 5. Yeah, I rolled
So as you do that and it sees it gets healed, you see this organism, and it seems as if his attention is drawn back to him for a second.
Man,
Yeah,
he really
that's-
hates dwarves.
That's my turn.
All right. As that ends, his turn. It's Wolves.
That not attack.
No, I didn't need a range.
Disadvantage.
Yep. All 3 into you. He sees that he's most likely going to lose this battle, but he's going out with a swing
Taking one of us.
at disadvantage. Okay, so the lowest there was a 5, but the next lowest was a 19. That was hot. So, 19. Yeah, so one misses, both two are going to hit. Because what's your AC? The lowest was a 19. Yep. The 2 will hit.
Disadvantage.
Yep, I rolled. The lowest was a 10 twice, and he's plus 9. 2, you're going to take 17 points of slashing damage.
Hold on a second.
He is
Hold on a
in the
second.
range of my spirit guardians.
Oh, he did start his turn.
Oh, yeah.
No, he entered it.
He
Well,
entered.
same thing.
Dex save.
Yeah, I'll make it 15.
Failed.
Not a whole lot, but something.
What's your turn anyway? So,
7 radiant damage from that.
okay.
Is he still alive right there?
I'm currently.
The little one is. There's only these 2 left right here.
Okay, how much damage did you take? Where you at?
I'm down.
You might not be done. Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to do Divine Allegiance. I'm gonna take his damage.
Nice. Nice.
Neat.
So you're not down.
Which
People showing
was
some love for
12.
Magnus here.
17, you said?
I was 12.
12? Okay.
I don't have nearly as many
Okay.
teleports.
No.
Welcome to the
So,
fray.
yeah, you might want to pick up mobile. So when
Go here.
when a
All right.
fucker gets in,
On you.
can just take
Okay.
a melee attack, and then you don't proc opportunity the rest of your turn.
My
So then
character,
you
you've
just run
shown a
away, and then
worthy
you make
fight.
a-
Yeah.
He
just-
I will defend you.
I want to heal with my bonus action. Where are you at?
I'm right there.
No, I mean, health-wise.
You don't know.
I have 6 HP.
He's low, that's what you know.
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
Healing Word at him
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Got you.
As many times.
I'm gonna say it's a reaction. Yeah, you didn't.
Until you die.
2d4.
Paladins are good.
Down as president.
Yeah, a little bit. He is the crown, right?
You restore 9 HP. And as an action,
Not being undead, being able to be healed by normal spells. They're great.
is he right here or right here?
Where's your heart?
Okay, so he's not within melee.
I know, ever since we introduced the quarter inch, it kind of gives that angle.
Move 5 feet right here. In.
But I like
No,
what I
let's
can do
go
with the
there.
maps.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's even a snow effect.
Yeah.
Shiny, bright, shiny light.
Dude, I've
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the little goblin.
tested so many.
Eldritch Blast at the little goblin.
Let him rip.
What was their lowest?
We have not. Team drag.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we've been hitting all of them.
Maybe?
The lowest is 18.
Yep, that hits. Both
so,
hit.
So they both hit. D10.
Nice.
Is that, yeah, it's
You're probably going to finish him off.
5 plus 3. Yep, total of 16.
See him fall. Ripped
Okay.
off. Engulfed with the Eldritch Blast.
And that is my turn.
All right. Magnus.
I mean,
I'm just gonna stab him.
go for it. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I was gonna say it ends the duel.
12, 18.
Both
No
miss.
hits.
Anything else?
That's attack opportunity range away from him, dog.
All right.
Fuck it, no, I move anyway.
You could have just
Because he's at disadvantage anyway, right now, and that's 1 attack. Wait, compelled to ledge because I hit him.
Yeah, you ended it, so
didn't
he's
hit him
not
though.
disadvantaged.
Does it end if he gets attacked, or does he?
I
does it end
think it's an
It
attack.
ends if any other creature.
I'm just
Maybe.
flailing my
Well,
single
Let me make
attack.
sure it's not take damage. Hold on.
Yeah, it might be damage.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
'Cause you'd be whiffed.
It's if a creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it. There you go.
Nice. So,
Yes!
Duel's still up.
Yes, I suck.
All right.
15 feet
Anything
that
else?
way.
Yeah, he's
Moving 15 feet that way,
This
and
way?
then Orem onto you.
So
Yeah,
5,
farther away.
10, 15.
He's going to make 1. A disadvantage. 19.
What? Why are you rolling so hot?
It was a not or
Well, he's-
18. Excuse me.
He's +9.
It's +9. Ooh, max damage too. 13.
Still alive.
Hey, I hear
All right,
a word.
Orm, on to you.
Okay. Cool. Goblins off the fucking side of the board showing up. I'm gonna fucking turn around. Something around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. Whoop. Right.
Every now and
And I'm gonna take the fucking dodge action.
Okay, now as you do that, you immediately see the goblin that was starting to run towards.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of them fall, he starts receding back. And he just recedes back into the forest.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Alright, fuck this, on to you.
I'll turn. Is that +2 for flanking? Side?
Are you behind?
No,
no one's
behind.
Yeah, no one's
I'll
flanking.
swivel.
There's also no one. I think you're supposed to.
It won't matter wherever
Yeah.
you go.
So it's not. It's so you need to be behind.
Someone will need to be here.
But yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
with a friendly. Right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yeah. I think the beam got.
Not gonna hit. Both.
Alright. What are you doing? Anything else? He's swinging all into you.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna do something else.
Oh yeah, I do get a dex save.
Bonus action, cape.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice. So was it 2 AC?
It's 2.
Yeah, so I'm 20 AC.
Dex save is 8, so fail. How much damage? And then he's going all 3 into you. That one's
Oh,
cocked.
you're on a shield, aren't you?
13
13.
radiant damage.
You start seeing him bleed quite significantly at that. The lowest is a 9, an 18, and a 22.
22.
22 will hit. You're going to take another
Very health.
9 points of slashing damage. And that is the end. On to you, Life.
So he's the only one left?
Yep.
Any reason not to start hitting him?
Nope.
Okay. I can. Yes. No reason to move. Gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Did you add 20?
One's not 20.
Oh, nice.
The lowest 15, 6, 30, 22, 23. So they both hit.
Yep. Oh, nice. He gets a double 1. Oh, geez.
First one is a 1, so for a total of 4 for that one.
Okay.
Both the lowest two numbers I could have rolled.
4 and 4?
No, this one's a 6. No,
Oh, okay.
What'd you roll for the second one?
Suck.
2.
4 and 5.
No, because I have a +3, and it's
What's the
20.
total?
8. So that one is 7.
So 11 total? Oh, dude, that's just enough. You have 10 HP left. So how do you want to do this?
Really? Okay.
I want them to both go into his eyes. Just
Dude, just rip him right into his face. Just poof, poof, you just hear, "Ugh!" And he takes him, and then you see just the dark emerge into him, and then the life just fade. He's as he falls right before fuck this. You see the axe and everything of his armor just fall limp and just dissipate into the snow. At this point, you guys end combat. You hear nothing around you. It seems to be moving at least quickly, like it had been. And for a moment, you have peace. You guys look around. The gem is still there. You still see it, Orm. Now, the bodies still remain. If you guys wish to loot, you can do so.
loot.
What's this guy's?
The axe, you can tell that it is a great mech long axe. This is a, it does a 1d12, and it is slashing damage if used with 2 hands, and it's 1d10 if used with 1 hand. He has plate armor that is on him. And he also has a small shield, though it is battered and bashed. No good of use. You notice that some of the goblins, even though most of them are pretty much bashed and beaten, a lot of them are wearing chain shirts, and they have a mixture of scimitars that do 1d6. They have a couple of bows that also do 1d8.
16. I am a dwarf.
You could. You're
So
also a
I-
fighter.
And I'm a fighter.
Yeah, it would be 18. You'd be at disadvantage on
I
stealth.
got played on the way. So.
Would it fit him though? Because
I need like half plate or
We can
something.
fix that. We can. I got Tinker's tools. We can fix that with time.
Are we rolling anything for the looting? No.
No, that's
Okay.
easy enough to find. They don't really have much on them other than their gear.
And ears.
Does half plate give
Ears.
you disadvantage on stealth checks?
Yes. Breastplates do not, which is 15
Oh.
plus your deck.
Yeah, this is just straight up plate armor.
This is
Plus one
plate
for me.
armor.
Yeah, this is plate armor.
I just want the chest plate.
Just get rid of the rest of this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna take half. I'm gonna take this
Sure.
plate and get rid of half of it.
Sure. Sure.
I'm gonna throw away half of it.
So what are
It's
you
not big
guys
enough on
doing
your-
now that combat has subsided?
Cutting off ears.
All right, so give me a dexterity check.
There's a bunch of goblins.
Does it have to be neat?
I mean, to see how many you can at least gather. They
Yeah,
don't
the
have
ones
to
you
be
fail,
neat.
they just explode.
15.
15.
The gore.
You gather 12 total.
12 goblin ears.
Yep.
Okay.
Green though.
We taking any like? I am not a polar bear anymore. By the way, I'm gonna drop the form. So
Okay.
nobody's here.
You're good. You ain't gotta worry about it. We're not in combat. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. We're gonna take that orc's head.
Goblin.
I mean, no, that doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
Yep,
Was
it
it
is.
or ogre? One of the two.
I don't know, but I'm almost dead. I see like blood on the
Yeah.
edge of my vision.
Hello, team.
Coughs blood.
Hello.
It just sprays out under the snow.
Who needs health? Who's good? Who needs health? Yeah. As soon as everyone.
I'll take a big old gulp from my flask. Nom nom
You
nom.
doing health, Jake?
What's that again?
All right, so you all gather up.
44.
Club.
You apply some healing. Steph, give me that.
Keep it all.
Thank you, sir. How low did you get there, Magnus? Multiple times.
I went from like 1 to 15 to 3 to 10, 1. and then I was back to 2 somehow. And then I almost died, and he
27.
learned he could take my damage.
I'm
I
gonna
knew
ca-
I could take it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just making
cast.
sure.
I'm gonna cast Aura Vitality.
Okay.
So over the next minute, I restore 74 HP.
Nice.
Who wants health? I gotta divvy this up between you people.
I'm at 27 of 76.
I know you got fucked up.
I got 2.
Are you laying on hands?
Yeah.
You
It
again?
puts me to 60.
So how much do you need?
I'm at 27 of 76.
So 74 divided by 2 is
37.
37. I'll give you each 37. I'm at fully. Okay.
All right, so you divvy out the healing.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
I would call it awful. It was awful.
Yeah,
What
well,
this was.
this is kind of what we do for a living.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't have fun. This whole event sucked.
Yeah. What else in like inky goo? What does that do?
Blinds people.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
Found it in a comic book. That's how I learned how to do it.
yeah.
What's a comic book?
Yeah. That's a. You don't know comic books?
Oh,
Were you raised in a barn?
Do they
Yeah,
exist?
they're
Under
everywhere.
a rock? Yeah.
Like,
Come
what-
on, what? Albrazine is like it's like the.
He's a fucking robot.
Yeah.
Your question if comic books exist here?
Hey, he's a robot with a soul.
Yeah. Yeah. Which just
That makes it worse.
which just means that.
That's magic.
All right. What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Out of curiosity, I assume that there's a bunch of goblin corpses and an orc corpse. There's probably blood all over this basin. Anything interesting happening?
Nope.
Okay. I saw that there's a gem over there. I don't want to pick it up.
Color is it?
It's green.
Look green.
There's 2 fragments. Bluish.
The last time we saw like a blue gem.
Either side of this armor.
What? Gem? What? Interesting. Well, I know the last time we saw a blue gem, it tried to kill us.
I want it.
That's what the last guy said.
Let's
Let's
go.
Let's
Let's check it out.
I think we would have been friends.
All right, so you guys go
check it out.
Do we want
walking
to
on
huddle
over.
around this thing though? Typically,
Well, at
when
least fuck this does.
yeah, do when we
I was
huddle-
already
Well,
there.
that's because no, we
I guess
never
we're
huddle.
all-
One guy just fucking goes.
So I guess we're all
So maybe
huddled
we
around
should
it.
huddle.
I just feel like typically when we huddle up around objects, they explode. I don't know if that's
Yeah, but imagine if when Gilbert took the thing, when he got mind controlled, everybody just.
So you gather around it.
Yeah, but we all just
You all stare at it. Give me an investigation check.
all of us.
Yep.
trash.
What? 16.
16? Anybody higher than a 16?
I'm a smart boy.
So as you look at it, you see that there are definitely 2 gems infused. And as you guys take time and you really look at it, you can see that one is clearly white. And it is giving off a very cold aura. You notice that the other one is green and merged in this ice. Not fused together, just encapsulated with whatever frozen aura this other gem is giving. You guys, anybody want to grab it?
I still have a fire shield.
Okay.
It lasts 10 minutes.
Stay away from me.
I mean, it's
I
only
guess
if you hit
I
me.
will since someone else is saying it.
It's only if you hit me. I have resistance to cold damage.
You
so
grab
if
it?
this explodes, I'll be okay.
I gotta
You
roll
guys-
anything?
No,
Or
so you go down,
I just
in-
kind of like.
you grab
gonna
it.
grab it?
Well, no one else was doing.
I was about to. That's all I was
he has a
explaining.
fire shield and it's
Oh,
an ice
well, then
crystal.
you're
I was
fine.
literally explaining in the middle of being like, all right, guys, I'm going to grab
So
it.
he goes to pick it up, and the light just quickly, and then hands it off.
Like, okay, it's
I'm gonna
possible.
back.
Okay.
Orm grabs onto it. You
Hot
see
potato.
it, and with this coldness, you feel it just start sufficing into your hand. You can feel it, and then it starts melting. After about 2 minutes, it's solid enough that it starts to crack under the melt. As it does so, you kind of apply just a slight bit of pressure, and they just break free of each other. And as you see them melting completely, you see a small fracture of a green gem, a small fracture of this white, like translucent gem. And it just keeps giving off this
And look around
cold
for
aura.
for anyone.
This is, you know this to be, from what Denistine and others have told you, most likely a seasonal gem.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we're being watched by
So
anyone.
it's not
Perception.
a white gem, Capula gem. It's just a gem that happens to be.
Does that count or not? 'Cause
No.
it rolled far.
Nope.
Well, I mean, it rolled the same thing for you as well.
Okay, sure. The god dice.
Am I taking that or not?
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
What did he say?
He's just looking to see if anybody's watching or anybody around.
Total of 16.
No,
the
you look around
fracture
and
of
see
this
nothing.
Green gem, is it roughly the same size as my other one?
You can see that this looks to be another second part of the fourth.
Am I misremembering, or does your gauntlet have slots?
Yeah, one of them is current. They're not sockets. They're kind of a
Charges.
I imagined like circles of light.
Yeah,
And
kind of. Yep.
And I lit one up.
Lit one up. Yep.
Yes.
Light the other one up.
I'm gonna try something.
Is it eating it?
What?
Now, I will say that this seasonal gem is emitting a lot of cold. Like, you're probably not going to be able to hold on to this,
Okay.
or it's going to, like, freeze your hand, or whatever it's touching.
We cut off the head of that orc. Okay.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, you can go over. Somebody takes a couple
I'll hack
minutes,
you with
but
my
you
halberd.
hack at it.
So we
Yep.
got 12 goblin ears
You gather it.
and 1 orc head.
Comes off clean. Eye sockets are a little bit gored out.
Who the fuck gathers
I'm gonna
goblins?
take this
Jesus
white
Christ.
gem.
You're just watching this Magnus go on like, these fucking
I'm
people.
just gonna shove it up the esophagus, and just be like,
We're introducing Magnus to?
this'll ward off some of that cold for a while.
You just see it kind of start like
Why
freezing the
can't
inside
we
of the
just put
head.
it in this bag with 11 piles of bones worth in it?
I mean, we could. I don't know. Would the bag prevent
You're
it
still
from
carrying that around?
being cold?
That's when you will throw it away.
You kept those? That meant a lot to some people. Not to me, but some people.
Hey, some necromancer would pay a pretty penny for 11 piles worth of bones.
I know a guy on a bridge. You might be able to hawk them.
That's another story
Yeah.
for another time.
Okay, all right. White gem, seasonal gem stuck in a orc head. That's cool.
We could have casually just never mentioned the fact that he just mutilated that orc corpse, right? Like, ever? Like, to anybody else?
No, I mean they're orcs. You care about orcs?
Yeah, but you just don't mutilate dead body.
Oh, he's dead. What does he care?
It's just fucked up.
All right, look, the last guy loved that shit.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if you can't listen, if you can't match our dynamic, it's not gonna work.
That guy would melt bodies with acid. You gotta match
Oh, that fucking got me. Oh, shit.
Shit.
Hey, me, Magnus, okay? Me, this guy, has no problem with you mutilating horse corpses. I just don't want anybody else to know you're mutilating horse corpses.
Are you gonna snitch?
This is like a trophy.
See, the cold will preserve it, right? I mean, we don't have to do anything. It won't rot. Right? I don't know.
As you see, it is preserving it quite well. The blood is quit dripping, and it's just kind of freezing it over slowly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If you really want to know, tomorrow I can ask the head if it's fine with it.
Yo, I like that idea.
It's like Mimir from
All right, I'm gonna write down my
Like,
inventory.
hey, yo, are you find that we just mutilated your body?
Fracture of white seasonal gem stored in
real,
orc head.
real quick, I want to try something.
I wouldn't put white. I would just put seasonal so you don't get
Oh, so,
confused.
Real quick,
I
I,
had to-
I actually want to reach back into this head
Okay.
Pull it back.
and pull the gem back.
All right, so you do
And I'm
so.
just gonna hold
It's just
it.
kind
Yeah,
of chunks of flesh kind of
He's just
stuck to
watching
the
this.
I'm
outside.
gonna
Like,
hold the gem in my hand for
It's freezer burnt.
30 seconds to a minute. I
starts,
just want to see.
it starts slowly encapsulating over your scales with some ice. Like it starts suffusing and fusing itself to you.
Is it?
I wouldn't say it's hurting you, but if you let it do it long enough, it could possibly encapsulate your whole body.
Wait, can I leave it home?
Was it hurting him?
Yeah.
Not for a short amount of time. If you sat onto this for a while, yeah, it would definitely start hurting
I
you.
also
Dude,
have-
just like put it in your mouth and breathe fire.
hold on. Before we do that, I do have something that can contain this thing theoretically. And I'll fucking turn around, reach into my backpack, I'll rummage around for a minute, and I'll pull out one of Cassandra Volt's small machines that theoretically run off seasonal gem energy. I'm gonna make sure it's off. Is there an on-off switch on this thing?
Nope.
If I wanna-
It's more or less powered.
Give me it. I'll hold it. I want to know what that does. I've seen those.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've seen
They're
this?
just like they're always at purses in a fucking pile.
Oh.
Nobody fucking knows what they do. You're telling me that's turns that on?
Well, I mean,
Apparently.
it was the dust guy touched one that was on, and it ate out of his hand. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
you sure want to touch that while it's on?
We ripped this one out of the chest of a plant monster that killed one of our other friends.
Hey, I want to do it.
Okay.
We are getting up into this hijinks today, aren't we? I shouldn't pull this out. Okay. Really want to do this?
Yes.
All right, here.
Okay, I'll take the gem. Put it in
I
the
open
slot.
it.
All right, so you take this small machine
Uh-huh.
and you open the lid. You drop this gem into it, and you just kind of see it drop, and it kind of just drops to the bottom. Close the top. You wait about 2 seconds. The gem
I'm
just
just gonna put it on the ground.
Wait, you didn't want to hold it?
okay. As you do
No,
so,
I just want this to happen.
as you step away, after about 2 or 3 seconds, you see the gem just lift and it just. This is a decent sized piece, and you just see it start rotating. And it starts spinning incredibly fast, so fast that you can't see it spinning anymore. Then it starts emitting its frost.
I want to grab one of the goblin corpses and pop it.
As it does so, the goblin corpse just freezes midair and then hits and shatters.
How are we gonna get the
As you
gem
see
back?
it, it starts picking up faster. And in a matter of 10 seconds, you start seeing almost like this vortex of winter start forming. And it starts growing
Just
fast.
Did we just
I'm
create a
gonna
storm?
run in before it gets too big, and I'm just gonna smash the whole machine.
Okay, you go in and what are you attacking it with?
I'll use my magic staff.
Okay, give me attack and damage.
Oh, okay. Wait, I need to roll to hit?
Yep.
Or just damage? Fucking is a 14
Yep,
plus
that hits.
7
Yep, that hits.
something, yeah.
Alright, damage.
Which does one two-handed, so it'd be a D, if I recall. One, I think. Yes, that is a 1. Plus 5 damage.
So you go up and you boom, and it kind of shatters one of the sides. It doesn't break it completely.
The 1.
You still see part of the gem rotating, not stopping.
I'll just
It starts picking up faster, and as you do that, it explodes back. And I need you to give me a dexterity saving, actually a con saving throw. And everybody, actually, what? Everybody give me one, because you guys are
How
all
far
close.
away? I was gonna say,
60 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah, this thing's huge. This is going to erupt. Yeah, con
Everybody
save.
plus 3.
Yep, and this needs to beat a 17.
Done. Natural 17.
Man, because
Ooh,
you
natural 18.
Nice.
me beats, right? Me beats.
Me beats.
Yep.
You said 17.
17.
I did not.
Okay, so
The
you're the
best
one that
idea.
fails.
Just
So
like hitting
you
the ley line.
are immediately knocked prone.
It's
You
gonna set
see,
a bar on fire.
you see this thin sheet of
Hey, you
ice
didn't know about that.
encapsulate part of your body. The rest of you are not knocked prone, but you all feel this like shear of ice just hit you, knocking you all back about 5 to 10 feet on this slick black like rock. As it skids back, you start seeing this gem and this machine start slowly like revolving up and down, slamming into the ground, start pulsating out of control. With whatever you hit it with, you Eldritch Blast into it. Boom! You see Eldritch Blast like it's swallowed within the vortex, swirling around. You see it just, and it slams out and it rips out and it goes actually in a random direction, not towards you. You see it just rip off and go towards the town and just slam into the back end of a building. As it does so, it starts spiraling out of control. You start seeing the snow pick up immensely. This vortex is now turning into like this small mini ice storm. Shards start spiraling out, and what once was like a 20 to 30 foot like mini aura starts turning into like 120 foot. You guys start getting encapsulated in it. You guys start having to move back, running back towards town, literally moving outside. You try?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You cast it, running, you feel the shards clean and tinking off of your armor. As this happens, you see above you this huge poof, white light emit from this
Did we just
canister
create a
out
storm?
of this machine, and this storm start emitting up in this vortex, spiraling up. And as it does so, this ice cylinder starts spiraling, and these ice shards start hailing out everywhere, like a basic ice storm. As these shards start spiraling everywhere, you see the snow pick up heavy sheets falling very quickly. What was once 3 feet, in a matter of almost maybe 2 to 3 minutes, becomes 4 feet. You see people walking outside. What is happening? You see Mekthar. He comes outside. What's going on? He turns and you see this bright energy of this red illuminating light, similar to what you saw when you fought Janice right after leaving, signaling Aldor. As you see it, probably maybe half a mile off, he looks up into the sky. Well, that doesn't look good. He turns and looks at you with this storm and this hail start pelting. We all better make it inside. The weather's getting pretty awful out here. What's going on?
As guidance on myself, I say the goblins triggered something.
You just see hail just.
And I
Give me a
cast guidance on
deception check.
myself. I cast guidance on myself
Okay.
as well. Deception, right?
Yep.
Skills. Total of 16.
He looks at you. Damn goblins! Well,
Killed most of them though.
let's try and weather out this storm and see if it gets any better. What was that red spark in the sky, though?
That red spark was like half a mile off. Like somebody else, like shot up a flare or something.
Or something. You saw it very shortly after the fight with Janice when Arlanda was with you, and it was like a bright energy magic spark above, almost like illuminating the darkness. You see it now once again about half a mile off. She said it was Aldor Trixis.
It seems that we are going to have company shortly.
Oh, should we be worried? And now the hail is really picking up. You see it start denting and breaking out a couple of the windows. He's like, oh, we need to get inside. And you guys start making it inside or you're going to start taking damage. You guys make it on the inside. People are starting to gather in. You see some of the windows start breaking out and some of the swirl from this storm start emanating. My God, it's gaining. Get to the basement. And you guys start going underground. He pulls open a door and you guys start going down. You start seeing the wind start picking up. And you guys go underneath. You guys can now only hear it in this dark cavern. You see Mekthar come over in this spark of magic he lights. What is going on? You guys wait a few moments. Feel a few rumbles in the ground. You feel a few more individuals coming out frozen. Some of them completely covered in snow, caked eyebrows and everything. You see a few more Warforged making it. Their like joints frozen over, making it over.
Out of character. What did you tell him?
The goblins triggered
That the goblins.
Something.
So it wasn't us.
You guys now see about 200 people huddled shoulder to shoulder in this tight space underneath his inn. As Mekthar, he tries to calm everyone. No, it's just a storm. It's the goblins. It's probably something with their god's magic. I heard they believe in some gem lord. It'll pass over. Just give it time.
You have the green.
You see people now Warforged, but showing some sort of fear. They've never seen a storm like that. You guys wait a little bit longer. Storm gains. It becomes worse. You guys wait about another hour or
Guys,
two. At this point, you see Mekthar come over. He goes upstairs. I gotta show you guys. Motions for you guys to come up. You guys go walking up out of where the door had been lifted. You see the whole first floor. All the windows are pelted in. You see snow has been already encapsulating in, and you see the front wall. All windows and doors are completely covered with about 15 foot of snow. Everything is blocked in. He turns around and he looks at you. What is going on? He goes over to the bar. I guess while it's still here, grabs one of the drinks and he goes to pour it, and it's completely frozen. And that's where we're gonna end today's session. We'll pick up next week.
Well, I wonder if this ice storm
With that.
messes with Percy's patch.
You just Magnus just had to see it.
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
we should just.
Yeah, we should.
Could that
we didn't
get
sign up for
the
ice
rest of
cream.
these people out? We show Percy's all
So
these
yeah,
dwarf
good
forms
session,
on the
guys.
bar.
Well, I said good session.
Yep.
Pick up there next week, and next week we're doing the one shot.
Yeah.
So Spelljammer next week. Have your one shot characters ready. That'll be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aaron is ready to burn the heat.
All right. Till next time, guys.